Okay, well, we're going to start now. So, welcome back to the Voidheart. After last session's depressing episode, we're going to try and continue on with that theme today. We'll do a little bit of a catch up. I would ask Chris, of course, to do the catch up, but I will get through it quite quickly myself at the moment. Give him a break for once. Last session, we began a battle with Tang. One of Jax's loyal generals. The battle went on for quite a while, but it ended with...
Fucking rang his bell, didn't I?
Yeah, he rang his bell. And ended with most of them retreating, except for Lord of Felon, which a rather sane Arliaden managed to permanently kill, instead of him actually exploding into a sphere. After that, Dolaf was transported to another realm alongside Vhagar, whereas Tumble, Arliaden, and Beladin were transported to a different realm, which Tumble rightly guessed was the Shadowfell. But it was kind of like a mock, twisted version of his capital city, his home. They even managed to go to the Cardinal Onyx, his shop, where he used to sell gemstones. And while there, Tumble, Beladin, and Arliaden come across the Well of Many Worlds here, and they decided to leap in with a bunch of guards. And were transported randomly around Rhineland. We'll get back to that very soon. Whereas Vhagar and Dolaf were transported to Mojo's demi-plane, where you went for a series of events where you met people that had died for you or because of you. And we sadly found out that Vhagar's nemesis and most hated enemy, the halfling Helga, had perished after you guys had left Fort Ehrenspire, and you had a small chat with her. She told you a few small details, where then Vhagar was the only one to actually meet Mojo as this ethereal kind of transparent outline who went, "Yeah, you're gonna have to leave the plane now, man," and then he punched her in the face and you got knocked out.
Yeah, quite rude. I was having
Yeah.
family.
Whereas Dolaf walked through many doors, whereas in the final door he met face to face with our Cutler, his wife, finding out that she had perished in the battle at Izilcapula. And shortly after that, Vhagar and Dolaf met up at the Well of Many Worlds inside this demi-plane. He decided to leap in. Vhagar landed somewhere he thinks near the Five Sisters, and there's a road nearby, but not before heading onto the road. He killed his pet bird, Nalar, granting him the power of Gungnir.
Fucked up.
Yeah, it was. It was proper fucked up. Whereas Dolaf landed near Bahamut's Saints commune. He headed south, where he met with Morash and the might of the Wildland army that was crossing the Hucklow Lake. So today, we begin with Tumble. Yeah, so as you walk around the corner and you see the bodies, you see Felosiel sobbing against a rather mangled peat corpse.
Bastard.
Halota kind of kneels down to you, Tumble. She's got like a limp. You see there's a wound in her arm. It's slightly bent out of angle. She says, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, a little bit frazzled from all the portal jumping, but I'm okay.
Tumble, what's your passive perception?
High. Probably. Let me find out. Only a 10.
Okay, can you roll perception?
Okay. 11.
Something glitters in the corner of your eye as this body beside you is carried by two clerics away. The person has a white cloth over, but their arm goes limp and dangles out of the cloth. And something shiny. You see
Hold up,
something
wait up.
And I guess you turn to look and you see that the person's wearing something very familiar to you. You made it.
Like, wait, I made this.
You and Mern slaved over it.
Oh no. Is that the platinum band?
It is indeed.
Oh no.
And then the clerics keep moving.
Uh,
Binklewing kind of goes, "What are we doing? Ah! We need to get out of here!"
Hold on. Just... Where are we going? Where do you plan to take us?
He then looks up at Halota and then in a voice that you haven't ever heard him use, he goes, "Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Lady Halota. It's been a while. We need to get out of here!"
Not you as well.
She...
How many people have been fucked up by the void?
No, Halota says, I am not, but it is a pleasure to meet you again, Master Binkelman. And she goes, I'm afraid that it's not the right time for you to see my husband. And Binkelman's like, no, I've seen him! He's in the Underdark! He's got a bow!
The bow?
She has no clue what he's talking about. She goes, look, I'm going to have to tend to more people. And she moves over to Floseal. People begin crying beside you, Tumble. There's the sound of misery and destruction all around. You see one of Arlie Aiden's bridges like collapsed into the river itself. And to your right and left, you see bodies all like kind of broken as if they'd fallen from a high height. Well, you know they have. They've fallen from at least 300 odd feet. Are kind of laid across parts of the road. There's houses and roofs on parts where there shouldn't be. And just at that moment, the sky turns a pinky blood rose colour as the sun begins to set.
Oh my god.
And all there is just the sound of suffering around you.
We need to sort out this shit. But we need to regroup the party again.
Yeah, well, I can help!
Can you?
Well, I can't get to them. I can find them. I got
How?
this! I got this! And he brings his backpack and drops and makes a loud thunk. And he carries out a crystal ball. It's
You
like
have
gnome-sized for him. More like a baseball size. He goes, I look into this. I see where they are. But I've teleported too much today.
Okay, sure. Why don't you give that a little go? Like, Tumble's probably got zero confidence in him.
No, well, I can travel to a circle if I know it.
You can?
Yeah,
Well,
but I just can't teleport. I need to... I can travel between circles.
just find out where the others are.
Who am I finding?
Dolaf, Vagor.
And he goes to use it, and then there's like screams of the wailing and the dying around. He goes...
Oh, Arlene, while you're at it, I suppose.
He runs off into a nearby alcove, which is all ruined and stuff. And there's like a limp arm hanging over one of the walls, and he kind of pushes it off, and then puts the crystal ball on top of the wall. Which one first?
Let's go with Dolaf.
Dolaf. Evan Spire?
Who else but? I don't know any other Dolaf, so yeah.
It's a very popular name!
Is it?
It actually is, yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll go with the Spire kind of Dolaf.
Got it! He focuses, his eyes turn white, and then he brings back his hand and he goes, Dolaf is? Dolaf, so you are travelling up the hill beside Morash, walking towards the camp, and you see there's a large amount of tents and arrays of different colours and flags being set up. This place is massive, and as every boat lands, it only grows bigger. Morash says, I'm glad I met you. You do look worse for wear, I must say.
I feel pretty bad, but it is good that we've met. And still astounded with the job you've done here. What are your plans, though? We should sit down and discuss.
Well, the princess's plans are to get Lord Bradford to join our fight, and also take back Beinstadt while we're at it. You know, liberate Vineland from any of Ileana's men. That's the plan, anyway.
That is a good plan. Do you have an actual plan, though, to carry this out?
Look, I'm not exactly in the high echelon of generals here. I managed to convince the king to send his daughter with the army, but other than that, I'm kind of let out on most of the important details. They still don't trust me that much.
Perhaps we should try and speak with them together. Maybe
Okay. Yes, of course.
both of us together can convince them.
He
Hopefully.
looks you up and down. He grabs hold of his left arm when it obviously hurts him slightly. He looks you up and down and goes, yeah, it would be better if you look a bit dirty. You see, they don't really like high elves much in the Wildland.
I kind of look down at the mud and stuff that I've just crawled out
that's
of
why
to be here.
Yeah, he goes, it's a better look than what you previously had, especially if you're going to be meeting the princess.
Sure, I can be dirty, yes.
Okay, so you begin. He goes, see that one, and you see this grand kind of tent erected right near the lake shore. It's got like 2-story pavilion look to it. You see, there's a load of horses outside, and right now he's not like a tiny stick figure from where you guys are at the top of the hill with the centaurs like flanking you either side. But there is a full-blooded orc going, "Oi! Where's my grog?" And then grabs hold of one of the orcs that run by, throws him back, and goes, "Dave, you get me a drink now." Throws him to the side, and this guy's walking around impatient outside the tent. As you approach, Morash bows to him.
I'll give him a respectful nod.
Mm-hmm. He turns to you and he goes, "Who's this? Who's this pretty elf?" And Morash says, "Eric, this is Dolaf. Lord Dolaf, Erinspire." And the orc kind of looks you up and down. There's a silence. He spits on the ground and goes, "It's a pleasure to meet ya!" Reins in to give you a hug despite all of the mud and stuff.
I'll just pat him.
Yeah, this orc is huge, by the way. Not only is his shoulders like as wide as like a door frame, but his gut as well just protrudes out, this massive beer belly. But despite that, his shoulders, arms, his legs are all ropes of muscle. And you see he's probably old for a full-blooded orc as well.
And sorry, who are you?
Me, I'm Eric Doorbane. You see, they're not going to call me Ogrebane, are they? Because, you know, all those times I killed ogres.
Yes, I got that. What is happening here?
Well, we're assembling an army. Ha!
Yes. And then...
Well, moving. Do you know how long it takes to assemble this many members of the tribe?
Literally, I cannot fathom it.
Weeks. We managed to do it in 1.
Good. And how long until you mobilize?
Tomorrow, maybe? Maybe the next day?
And you'll head straight for Beinstad?
We need to get Lord Brayford, of course. Well, you know, I shouldn't be discussing this out in the open. Innit, mate? We should be doing
Probably
it...
not. We should. Let's go.
Okay, so as you pull the tent flap apart, Dolaf, and walk into this war room, you see several different figures, but then back to Tumble. Binklewing goes, "Ah! Orcs!
What?
He's with orcs and centaurs!
What the hell?
He's in trouble!
Are they good centaurs?
I don't know.
Or are they-
He embraced him, but it might have been false."
What do you mean he embraced them? What, you gave him like a hug or something?
The one with the beer belly!
Who's the one with the...
He's a big
Speak.
orc.
Uh-huh.
He looks up and sees that the sun's setting. He slightly calms.
Where were they?
Near a lake.
In a lake?
Yeah, I could see Fort Erinspire in the distance.
Oh. So they're... actually not too far from there. I wonder where they are. Wait a minute. Lake?
Yeah,
Lith Lock, maybe?
I don't know.
Well, that was what you were supposed to find out. You were supposed to find out where they were.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, but there's plenty of lakes.
There's a
in
giant
like
army there.
an army.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I
there's
know.
this gold muddy dragonborn.
That must be the Wildland Army. Okay, that's good. That's good news. Okay. What about... Vago.
you know you've got control of who goes next. Okay, so Binklewing goes, "Vago? Have I met him?"
Concentrate.
Puts his hand on the ball, begins casting, his eyes go white. So Vagor, you're travelling down this road after killing Naylor. You kind of reach this dirty kind of highway road, and you see that as you peer southward, you do see at the moment. One moment, you do see kind of like hilly terrain. You see a rather large mountain piercing into the darkening sky.
Right, would I know that that's...
Yeah,
In
last
some
week you
direction
did
or-
roll and you did figure out that you were right near one of the sisters.
Yes, what I meant was, like, do I know like I can see the map, so I know
Yeah.
what you're pointing out. But does Vhagar know?
Yeah, I watched the last part of last episode. You did figure it out.
Okay. So then there's nothing else to it except to just start heading south.
Yep, and you're travelling for perhaps maybe a few minutes before you start hearing the of hoof falls behind you. And as you turn, you see there's probably about 20 men riding hard your direction. They've all got bows, chainmail, swords. One of them even has a lance.
Okay. I'll just get off the road and see if there's any foliage to hide in, trees to stand under, or something like this.
Are you going to hide?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Well.
Even...
Get close enough if you will allow me. I would like to use this.
Oh,
Just
yeah, of
when I
course.
think that they're getting close.
Yeah, okay, so at first,
Just
the
for
guy...
a brief moment. I'll
Yeah,
just
yeah, I know. The guy carrying the banner at the front is carrying this green banner of Larifia with a lance in one hand held upwards, sees you through his kind of Greek-style helmet with the plumage, then stops briefly, glances, you disappear, of course, and he just goes, oh, I must have just been seeing things, and they just carry on riding past you.
Alright, I'll wait for them to pass, then
Mhm.
I'll wait for another minute or two to see if this was like the scout squad and there's more
Yeah, it
coming
does look
behind.
like, to you, it looked like a relief party or something like that.
Alright. I guess then from now on, try and stay a little bit further off the road as I'm heading south.
Okay. Alright, make a survival check.
That I can do.
Nice. Okay, so the journey back to Larifia is going to take you roughly about 13, 14 hours, but you do keep to the wildland. You do keep to, like, the hills. You stay in the valleys, the crevices. You follow the small stream south. You see a settlement around about 4 in the morning, off to your right in the west. You see, like, a walled town, which looks like it's busy with industry, even at this late at night. You see white plumes rising into the night sky. I'm assuming you passed by the civilized town?
Yes, I'm quite
And-
happy to let them be.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take a nap at some point, not march through the night. So-
Okay, then you settle down in the nearby birch woodland, and it's quite a peaceful night. Okay, so Tumble. Binklewing goes, ah! He's on his way! He's just to the north.
On his way to me? How does he know where I am?
He doesn't, I don't think. He's just wandering around. I saw him
So
go
he's on-
around hills, down hills, up hills. He's just wandering.
Is on his way to nowhere, is what
Yeah,
you mean.
and he even passed the prince and hid from him.
A prince? Right. Where is... Give me a landmark or something. Where is he?
Near Algaron?
Where the hell's that?
It's northwest.
Oh, okay. From us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's really close then, right?
Yeah, he should be here tomorrow.
All right. Sure. That's good news, I guess. It's gonna take ages for us to all get back together again, though. With Dolas all the way near Fort Aaronspire, this is gonna set back our plans even further.
No, I
Yeah.
can take you there.
You mean once
He goes, I can take up to 8 of us there.
to what for Fort Aaronspire?
Yeah.
So all we have to do is get everyone here, and then we can just bamf over to him.
Yeah, obviously, I've never really been to Fort Aaronspire, so it may go wrong. Not likely, just might.
I can do. Is there anything I can do to help?
You got a
Maybe-
painting?
I could try my
fingernail
hand on
clipping?
one. I've got plenty of objects from Fort Aaronspire, but
That might help. It actually will help.
good.
He seems really excited at that. He's like, it'll help, it'll help.
All right. Calm down. We got a couple more people to look up.
I've only got one more.
Well, I'm really hoping they're kind of both together, but we're gonna find out. I need you to look up Arlie Aiden and Sister Belindine. I forgot how it is. Yeah, that's the one.
Just put a Scottish accent on, it comes out way easier. Belladin.
Well, then. Well,
Belladin.
Yeah. Okay, so he goes, Arlie Aiden, I know. I've met him many times.
Go for it.
Not that he remembers. And then he puts his hand over onto the ball, his eyes go white. Arlie Aiden, Sister Belladin. Currently, the boat is just languidly floating down an idyllic river with idyllic countryside as if nothing had ever gone wrong, not 3 hours previous. The fisherman is rather silent, just listening to Arlie Aiden speak nonsense.
I imagine his head's just like resting on my shoulder.
Row your boat gently down the stream. We do have a good life, don't we?
I'd say so. There's people in worse positions than us.
There is. Perhaps we should retire to one of the smaller towns and become fisherfolk.
Aye, they're probably some of the people that have worse lives than us. Don't think not a life of luxury would suit you well.
Exactly. I do have a very, very small question for you, though.
Propose?
Are we there yet?
No, not quite, my dear. But just close your eyes and let your mind go to peace.
Okay. Are we there yet?
The moon begins to shine down upon the river ahead.
Sister.
And then,
Sister.
I'll start humming.
Are we there yet, sister?
Oh, keep humming as I'm stroking his hair.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
At some point, he just grabs it into a fist and just yanks.
So the river seems to take like a rather swift turn at one point, and you see a large bridge ahead of you, and just in front of that bridge seems to be two towers that just skyrocket towards the clouds. You see there's a great chain between them over the river, and that chain is dangled between the water, and the Torrent refugee looks at you and goes, "It's okay, friend, we're going to get through, it's fine."
Snake! It's a snake!
And it's just about sunrise when you guys reach this chain, and as you approach, a guard reins in the fisherman's boat, and he's wearing all of the kind of elvish gear of Lyrithia, the breastplate with the leaf motif, the green cloak thrown over one side, his helmet's off, and his long blonde hair spills about him, slightly plaited around the sides, and he says, "What business do you... Oh, Va." And the fisherman says, "I found these out on the river. Friends." And he immediately looks towards Arlie Aiden and goes, falls to one knee.
Hello. I was under the impression that you were the lover of the other, not me.
He's not going to bring his head up until you tell him to, obviously. He just prostrates himself.
No, Aiden. Don't treat your men so.
Oh, well, it's a good thing he's here. He can slay the water snake, and we can pass.
Aye, that sounds reasonable. Would you do that for us, kind sir?
He stands up and... wait, I'm going to see if he's ever heard of fucking Arlie Aiden's craziness and how to deal with it. What water snake?
The water snake, my good man. Honestly, you need to go back to school and understand your marine law.
I'm 205.
Oh, Ollie Aiden, can you not? I think he means the giant chain that goes across your river, good sir.
Oh, of course. Well, you're a small boat. You should be able to get over it, no problem.
That's fantastic.
And...
We'll be continuing on our way now.
Okay, safe journey, Arlie Aiden. Lord Arlie Aiden, he stutters. And good day, Var, and the Torrent refugee just tips his hat.
Good day.
And as you guys sail over the row over the chain, you see that it's built there to stop huge warships getting through. It's kind of like angled so that it's about 10 feet under the water, so that large ships can't actually pass over. And you see beside you the chain can even be raised if need be. And as you guys cross this, you go underneath a river, and underneath a bridge. Sorry, a large bridge. Sorry, I'm just trying to juggle too many things in my mind. And that's when Tumble. They're on their way to...
Way to...
Grailheim
Way
at the
to
moment.
Where are they?
Grailheim.
Whereabouts is that?
North.
Grailheim.
Is that it?
Bring him out. Oh, right. Shit, they're way closer than I thought. Alright.
I think
Okay, well,
did we
that's
start
actually
just south
pretty...
of Ragnarok?
Sorry?
Did we start just south of Ragnarok? Is that where we were?
No. You were just north of the Five Sisters.
Ah, right, okay.
Okay, right. Well,
That's the same thing.
Oh, yeah, but south... If you were just south of Ragnarok, you'd have been a lot further away.
Right, okay. So we're close to the Five Sisters and Ragnarok, right, okay.
okay. Notify me as soon as they get here. And in the meantime, I'm gonna try and do what I can to help this place out. Once we're ready, we're gonna teleport to Fort Aaron Spire, regroup with Dolaf. And well, we know what we need to do once we've assembled ourselves.
Yeah. I need rest. I need a place to prepare.
Yeah, it's fine. They got like a day till they get here, so go rest or whatever.
Okay, so he wanders off. He looks really lost. He walks into the middle of a crossroads. A wagon full of the injured rides past him, and he goes, and then just runs off randomly towards the wharf.
Okay. I'm gonna try and find some place or someone to be of use to here, whether it be, I don't know, helping injured or doing anything.
Yeah. Okay. So Tumble, you begin to help the injured, help some of the nearby clerics. You don't actually see anyone you know, except early hours of the morning, you're approached by a limping sailor who you recognise as Andrew, or Andre, the guy who took you here.
Oh, yeah.
And he slumps down onto a bench, he's covered in blood.
Shit.
He looks towards you and goes, "Tough night."
I can't believe you got caught up in this as well.
Again.
Do you need help? You're bleeding.
And he kind of like slumps against a bench and just kind of slumps into a stupor.
I'm gonna give a quick medicine check, see
Okay,
if like he needs urgent medical attention, or if he just needs patching up.
Yeah, he's got a few cuts and bruises, probably a sprain, but
Okay.
you
it's
reckon
nothing.
he was probably inside his ship when this all went down, so he didn't fly 300 feet in the air, but probably did hit the ceiling of his rather cramped boat.
Looks like nothing fatal, but what happened to the rest of your crew?
Some are dead.
I'm sorry to hear that. Seems everyone's lost a great deal.
His eyes flutter and he just falls asleep right there in the street.
Shit. Okay.
One of the clerics walks up beside you. He's a cleric of Sylvanus. He's got kind of like the great green kind of plumage on his hair, green plaits, and he just goes, "Come." You were previously helping him, and he just goes, "Quick, there are more."
Okay. I'm coming.
Okay, so Dolaf. As you enter this tent, you see there are several figures. You see right in front of you an elf, a female at the head. She's wearing kind of like an autumn orange breastplate. She's got reddish hair, and for a moment your breath's taken from your throat when she looks so familiar. And you go, and then you have to take a second look to realise, no, this is a full-blooded elf and much older than Cutler, but same bone structure in her face, the same kind of figure. And then she looks up, and the same colour eyes regard you. You see beside them there is a centaur who's knelt down as not to basically scrape the ceiling of this pavilion. He's muscular, huge, and you see he's got all these tribal tattoos all across his body. And beside him is a female centaur, just as large and muscular, but more aptly dressed for the occasion. But as you enter, Morash says, "That's Princess Ethne, and that's Lord Cathellos and his wife Nilda."
Very well.
I'll give you a handout, by the way, at some point. I've got all of them right in front of me. And beside them, on the other side, you see Tabaxi. There are two of Tabaxi. One is got a kind of kimono on, his long dark hair is tied into a top knot, and he has the crest of a flaming tree on his kimono. And he's knelt on a pillow, and he goes, "That's Lord Hatakawa Hatoshi and his son." And you see a rather live-looking Tabaxi beside him, Anzai. And then behind you, Eric walks in. The orc goes, "When's this party starting then? I got me grog." And he like walks in with a horn full of grog. Beside that guy, the orc walks in as a male human, perhaps in his 50s, bald head, big silver mutton chops. And he sits down at the other end of the table. And Morris says, "That's Reynard Silverfall. He's the alderman of the Wolvershire colony."
Right, yes. Okay. Is this everyone?
Yeah, and that's when he points towards one of the seats, and everyone is just eyeing you. They're all looking at you. Eric just taps you on the shoulder and goes, "Take a seat, mate."
Thank you. Greetings to you all.
The princess, Ethne, stands up from her seat and goes, "And who are you?"
I'll give her a courteous bow.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Doleth Erinspire.
Everyone at the room kind of looks at one another, begins whispering, and she goes, "Silence! I was believed that you had retreated from your lands."
From our foothold in Byland here, yes, I had returned to the capital. But I am here now, and I believe I can be of use to you.
Do you?
I do.
What, with no men?
With no men, yes.
She looks to the centaur beside, who, by the way, doesn't seem to share her same sentiment of humour. He's stoic, just staring at you, as if he's just wondering, like, what kind of elf you are.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, then.
I understand you're heading to Bradford Castle.
I am
And-
to meet your wife's father.
Yes, and that is how I can assist you. You're aware of the situation, I see. I am acquainted with the man, as you know.
Antonius, yes indeed. I have met him. He came to my castle some 40 years ago when my sister went missing.
I was not aware of that.
Mm-hmm. I always suspected the dirty old pervert, but nothing can be proven.
But from my understanding, you're wishing for his assistance.
Oh,
And-
of course, he has 500 men
Exactly.
that know the
And
terrain.
I am sure, with my assistance, we can convince him.
Sure, take a seat. Welcome to the war room.
Good. I'll take a seat, grab a drink off the table,
Yeah.
and chug it.
Okay, as you chug it, Eric leans in and goes, "Mate, I've never seen her put in a place like that, man. She's a furious banshee." And then she's just staring. He's not speaking quiet. And she's just staring across the table at Eric. And he looks and goes, "Oh, I was using my big boy voice, wasn't I? Crap."
Well, Eric, frankly, today I'm not in the mood to be fucked with. And then I carry on drinking.
"Yeah, of course." He looks at Reynard and the silver button chop man goes, "He's obviously hurting Eric. Leave the man alone." Eric goes, "Alright, one wants to be happy today. It's alright, I'll go party with my own men." As he leaves, he goes, "If anyone's up for drinking, come to the orc camp." And he just exits the tent. As discussions begin going on around the war room about just general things, you see that one of the Tabaxi members, the Lord Hitoshi, reckons that the army should stop by the fire vault near Anandar and relieve it of its treasures. He says, "Me and my son-in-law here," puts his hand on the Tabaxi next to him, "will go in, retrieve all of the elemental stones. We could use them in our war against Ileana." And everyone's like, "No, we do not have time for you to go gallivanting around." And, you know, these arguments go over the table. They're thrown at each other. At one point, the High Chieftain's wife stands and leaves, fed up of everyone arguing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do I know anything of the fire vault and these elemental stones? Just out of curiosity.
You can make a history check.
I shall.
You're not too sure, although you know it is a prison for elementals and otherworldly beings.
Uh-huh, okay.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
people don't fuck with it because they don't want whatever's in out.
That's fair. Yeah, unless something particular happens, then I'll spend my time here just attempting to gather as much information on what they plan to do.
Okay, yep, that's fair enough. So, Vagor, at some point during the night, you do hear a rustling, as if someone's making no attempt to hide their whereabouts. And a man walks into the clearing. He's got a bow slung over his shoulder and a couple of rabbits tied to his belt. And it's early hours, sunlight's just rising, and he goes, Oh, sorry, sir. I wasn't meaning to interrupt on your sleeping time.
No, that is quite all right.
Just a little bit of trapping. Can I interest you in a rabbit pelt? He sits down and opposite you in the fire.
Perhaps, yes. What would you require in return?
Just a 5 copper piece, sir.
Ah, well, very well. Now I'll look and I probably don't have any copper pieces, so I'll just give him 5 silver instead.
Holy silverness is bow. No, sir. And he hands you back 4 silver and he goes, 1 will do. And he hands you over a rabbit. You can like cook it over the fire and stuff if you wish. He goes, well, it's going to be quite a fine morning, I do believe. And he stands and goes to leave.
What makes you say that? Please stay a while. It's been lonely on the road.
Okay.
For a few minutes.
Okay, Flint. And he sits down, begins skinning his own rabbit.
Yeah, I'll say, well, look, I'm pretty tired from traveling. Take the 4 silver pieces, make me a rabbit as well, prepare it for me.
Okay, he
That's
does.
yours.
He does. He obviously proudly accepts the 5 silver pieces for the work. He's ripping it apart, catches the stick up his arse, out his mouth, over the fire.
Yeah, and I just want to have a chat with him to see if he knows anything interesting about the area.
Yeah, he knows that he comes from Algeron, and he says it's a place where Larifia gets its warships built. Big on industry.
Anything interesting happening lately?
In Algeron? No, sir. No. Nothing interesting. Ships being built. People going about their business.
I see. And you?
Who are me? Hunting, trapping, as usual. Name's Older, by the way.
Good to meet you all.
Yeah,
My name's... I will shake his hand and it's probably tiny.
Yeah, he's going to shake your hand, and as he does, his hair falls from his face, and you see that he's a half-elf. He's got the slightly pointed ears. Well, I really should be off. Breakfast for the family and all.
I see. Very well, have a good day then.
And you too? And he gets up to leave. You letting him go? Yeah. Wow. I expected that conversation to go completely different. Okay, and as the sun rises, are you going to be on your way?
Yeah, once I've had my rabbit, I'll get going.
Okay, so Ali Aiden, Sister Berladin, you actually reach kind of shoreline, open sea, and Var keeps you by the shoreline as you guys row ever southward, deep into the shore. You pass a great port town where you see there's tons and tons of fish boats docked, and you keep going and going until the sun begins to rise. And Var says, we should be at Larifia, at Ezil Capula by the evening time.
Oh, does that mean we're there yet?
Okay, so we're going to fast forward and tumble. Around about breakfast time the next day, when stuff's beginning to die down slightly in the city, and people are either dead or being recovered and treated. You're quite kind of tired. The night's been rough on you. You do see that Binklewin is approaching you.
What news?
Which one do you want to know about?
Are they here yet?
Vagor is. He's just about to walk through the castle gates.
Okay.
And he points and he goes, no, not those ones. The north ones.
Alright. I'll go say hi.
Okay.
And what about Arlene and the other?
Docking really soon. Give him 5 or 6 hours.
Okay, good. Are the preparations ready for the magic circle or whatever it is?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, Tumble. Like, you know, you've given me an object, which is all good and well, yeah, but there's still a chance of failure. So I was thinking that we can go to an arcane circle in Bindstad, which is 100% accurate. But if you really want me to teleport, we got like,
Bindstad.
roughly 20% failure rate.
Well, how close is it to Dolaf? That's what we're trying to get to.
400 miles.
I don't think that's gonna work. The war will be over by the time we get back to him.
Okay. Let's go meet him. So, Vagor, as you begin to cross this hill, follow it down, you see Isil Capula on the horizon, this large city, and you can see smoke rising up around it, where the destruction from the previous day.
Yes, well, nothing to it. Let's move on.
Okay, so as you approach the gates, they're wide open, there's no guards posted. Tumble, you and Binkelwin see Vagor approaching. Looks rather sluggish, a little bit tired from, obviously, the journey. So Vagor, you do see Tumble waiting for you by the gate.
Well,
You remain here, I see.
last time I saw you, you jumped into a black portal. I assumed you were going to go save Dolaf, but here you are, without Dolaf.
Yes, that does seem to be the case. I did see him momentarily, but, well, he's not here now. Not quite sure where he ended up.
Found out where he is, by the way. He's near Fort Ehrenspire, and, well, when the others get here, we'll try and regroup with him. This little fella here next to me has a way of perhaps teleporting us, but
Hi!
again, risky.
Yes, hello. And at this point, I guess, seeing two really small people in front of me, I'll just kneel down so they can actually talk to me normally without being like...
Yeah. He's not quite right in the head either.
Yeah, like Binkelwin looks towards the sunrise and pulls out a pair of shades.
Yes, I see what you mean.
So, anything important you need to tell me? What did you see in there?
Well, that is a bit of a long story. Not necessarily important to you right now. I can tell you as we walk.
Very well.
Yeah, I need those items.
Oh, right. Have you got anything from Fort Ehrenspire, by the way? Yeah. Sorry, Vago.
Yeah, you guys.
I'm
do
gonna pull out some bits.
You guys do know that Dolaf stored all of the the scrying orb and all the other stuff in his quarters.
I've got the short sword, which was obviously made and forged there, on the very forges, on the very anvils of Fort Ehrenspire. I have a couple of rations that were made there, cooked in the very kitchens of Fort Ehrenspire.
Shield that was forged there as well, but I am hesitant to give it up.
Hmm.
I said I am hesitant to give it up.
Oh, well, I think he only needs it to look at, and then it's for the circle to use, for the teleportation circle.
No problem then.
And it's not even a circle.
Wait, what?
Well, it's the teleport spell.
Oh. Oh! Isn't that a really high-level spell?
Well, yeah, I'm a high-level wizard.
Okay, I didn't know just how powerful you were. Hard to judge. You can't judge a wizard by his robes, I guess.
It means I'm powerful.
I know. That's good. We need powerful wizards on our
He
side.
does look rather stupid with his shades and his messed up hair. It looks like he's been in an explosion.
Anyway, it doesn't use up the items we're giving you, right?
Not normally.
No, good. See?
But I have known for the items to go flying into the astral sea.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You didn't... Did you have to say that last part?
That's a lie.
That's good. No more joking.
Inling
Right.
kind of has this guilty look on his face.
I'm trying to see whether he's telling the truth or not.
Okay, you can roll insight. He's fine. He was lying.
Well, which part though?
Oh, that would be
That's
telling.
fine.
Okay, so he goes, follow me! We're going to meet Arlie Aiden and the dwarf I don't know.
Oh, Armageddon again first.
Lead on.
Last.
Okay, so he leads you towards the docks where he immediately just walks into a tavern that looks like it's been smashed up. And he's dragging out a small barrel of ale and stuff. And he goes, well, we might as well drink. We've got 4 hours.
Sure.
He's
I'll
just
grab
taking
some in
it.
the drink.
Like, straight out.
I think I've got my own water skin. I'll just drink out of things. But
Fair enough. So, late into the afternoon, early evening, you do see a small, rather bedraggled rowboat following the shoreline. Arlie Aiden, obviously visible, cloak billowing in the sea wind, with Sister Bernadine, like, kind of sitting at the side, just approaching.
Red boots on the side of the boat.
Yeah, the red boots! I forgot about the red boots!
Fuck me, sister, are we there yet?
You can see it just ahead there.
Jesus, I thought I was going to go mad in this boat.
We've only been in it a couple of hours already.
Okay. So, where are we?
You can obviously see Isil Capula's docks right ahead of you.
Can you not recognise where we are?
No, not particularly. There's nothing really here of note, is there?
I guess you've never really approached the Capla from this direction. No, from a small rowboat. You'll notice it when we get closer.
No, I'll take your word for it. Arladen just looking a little bit taken aback that no one has ever really spoken to him with an even tone before.
I love it. It's just like, sister talks to you so nicely and you're just so taken aback.
It's just so bizarre.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, look, there's a contingent of pocket people.
Yeah, I think there are Thorns that are waiting on us. They'll probably be scribing on us, making sure that we've been safe.
Oh, it's Tantor.
hello.
Yeah, as you guys dock.
I'll wave at him frantically. It's like, I thought I would have to use the extended warranty.
I said to jump on one, not after one, on one.
Well, I think that me and Orladen actually jumped at perfectly the right time. I think that's why we stuck together. I think it was
Well,
you
well.
that was a wee bit late, though. Maybe a wee bit early.
Honestly, Tantor, your timing wasn't fantastic.
Well, I got to exactly where I needed to be.
Well, that is a fair point. We were a wee bit off in our jumping, or where we landed at least. Anyway, how are you, sir? What was it again? Sergeant Tumble?
Major Tumble, yeah.
Major. I couldn't remember the prefix. I do apologise. I had only meeting you. I only
That's
met you
okay.
briefly.
The prefix is all I remember for you, sister.
Aye, that's all I expect.
All right, now we know where Dolaf is. Vagor's here too, and I got a friend here who can get us to him.
Hi!
So
Oh,
we're all ready to go. We can leave as soon as possible.
The sister, Bernadine, you do recognise the gnome as the one you saw through the well.
Ah, right. So I'll go up and I'll stroke his face like, oh no, not another one.
What? Ah. And as you touch him, he seems to just nuzzle into you like a cat would. He goes, no, get off me! No human contact! Yeah.
As he's doing that, I'm gonna go up to him. I'm just gonna lean over him, over his shoulder. I'm gonna go, look, bitch, this group has only got room for one of us.
He looks up at Arlie Aiden and is like, you don't remember me, do you?
Quite honestly, I don't make a habit of remembering bedraggled vagrants.
Funny.
Poor creatures.
Well, I can get you to Dolaf. Just let me know when you're ready. And he dips his cup in the barrel.
Yeah. I'm ready.
You ready?
I am.
Ready.
Unless I could grab something real quick. Is there any more of those clerics running around healing people?
Yeah, there's like, they're everywhere. Even on the docks, there are people laid out on beds and stuff.
As it's a new day, I'm guessing their spells will be back.
Not likely.
They go ask one to put like a like a healing word and a cure wounds into the Ring of Spell story.
Okay, can you roll a persuasion check? Because of
Okay.
you approach this cleric in her white robes, and she seems to be going about her business, tending to people.
Hey, we're about to embark on a special mission to go into the Underdark and kill some beholders and end this war. So, if you have any spells to spare, that would be great.
Wow, that was pretty cool.
God, that was advantage, that was.
Yeah, no, of course, Master Gnome. And she kneels down, and I'm assuming you hold out your Ring of Spell story.
Yep.
She
A
casts
cure wounds and a healing word.
She casts a 3rd level Cure Wounds into it for you.
Oh, no, not that. There's already a 3rd level in there.
She goes, okay.
It's the first to do.
Okay.
Thank you.
And she does.
Okay, so cool. I got a first cure wounds and a first healing word, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. Thank you, that's fine.
Good thing she did, or I'd have pulled her rank on her. I would have properly. I'd put her in place.
Okay, so
That helps out a bit.
Remind me on geography, because I'm still wrapping my head around all of it.
okay.
Was it the capital where we all got teleported from?
Yeah.
This is where we were having the meeting with the king. Sweet. Right, I'll just go pick up my gear that over encumbers me. So I'll divvy that up to people. Here we are. Help me carry this shit. So it's just me, brewer supplies, alchemy supplies, and then a strange jug with many corks in it.
So as
It
you
weighs
guys
about £12 in sloshes.
As you guys enter the palace grounds, you see there's a lot of security, and there's also news going around that Prince Jaslan has returned from the Five Sisters.
Oh, you would have thought that it was, a bit peaceful down here.
No, but knowing who you guys are, Halota is also amongst all of these guards. She has a great sword on her back, and you're let through to get your stuff. All of you are allowed to get through to get anything from the fortress inventory.
Right. Is the king in?
No,
In the house.
as you go to approach the actual Ehrenspire Palace, you are stopped by about 5 or 6 elite guards.
Hello there, sirs. I'm in desperate need of attendance of the king.
The king is busy.
Aye, but I did just save his son's life, so I think he might be willing to. No, is it his son or is it his nephew?
It's his
nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did just save the nephew's life, so I would require his assistance.
Okay, at that moment, here they all kind of look at one another. You hear the familiar voice, "Let him in!" And behind them, Folodar, Dolaf's brother, stands there with his short swords, hands on his short sword's hilts, and they all kind of look at him. "Yes, of course, sire." He goes, "I saw what you did during that battle, sister. You brought me back."
I did indeed. About that, it was quite an expensive spell component, and I'm not one to penny pinch, but you are a man of wealth, and they don't come around about easy.
He goes, roll a persuasion check. With advantage, because you did resurrect him.
He did resurrect. Yeah. Oh, shit.
God damn it, that shit house.
Oh, no.
And Faladar, in true Ehrenspire fashion, says, "It was your duty."
Oh, well,
Oh,
I'll ask your brother about that, but we'll just have to see next time it comes around there. So, right, is the king about? Is there any chance of an attendance, or am I going to have to wait till a later date?
You are going to have to wait to a later date, sister. He is busy with his son, planning a war.
No,
We will not stand for this lightly. We will take the battle to the doorsteps of Rannoch.
Yeah, I got bored at this point. So,
Yeah.
all right, then, okay, thank you. And
And he's like,
walking off.
And as you walk up, he goes, "No one listens to me because I'm the youngest." And he just begins sipping from his tankard.
I don't. I just muttering around. It's not because you're the youngest. It's just because you're a wee bit of a cock. Yeah, walking off.
you get used to it, sister.
He kind of goes,
All these inspires are the same.
as you walk off, you hear him go, "No one's ever spoken to me like that before. I love her."
Very much love you. You'll soon get used to it, though. Right, let's be on our way then. I could do with a wee bit of a nap, but I think we could do that once we've made sure the Lord Inspire's secure. Aye.
Uh.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so yeah, Binkelwin's just plopping behind you guys with his shades on, looking really suspicious at everything.
Fucking Aaron Spires, am I right?
Aye, they're not. I can't say much about Lord and Inspire because I've not actually Dolaf, is it? I've not really had too much of an encounter with him yet. But
Yeah.
Pieces of
you
shit.
lot are good men, and you lot seem to be following him to the death, so you can judge a leader by how loyal his men are, at least.
Sorry, did you say something, Master?
Mm. It's merely commenting on the pieces of shit the Aaron spies are,
Okay, good. I'm glad you seem to agree.
Yeah.
Talking of Aaron
We share
spies,
something.
Ali Aiden, are you doing anything before we depart?
I would like to. Well, I don't particularly want to suggest anything sane, but it's probably about time he changed his appropriate clothing.
Okay, so do you head to your part of the Aaron Spy Palaces, the tower?
Yeah, please adieu, gentlemen. I'll return on the time it is to leave.
I'm gonna follow, just to make sure you don't go off anywhere.
On your mental scarring, be it.
Okay,
Well-
so Ali Aiden, you head towards your palace, your tower, you head across
I am your faithful little elephant, right? Can't leave you alone.
I know, and soon you'll be close enough so I can ride you all the way up the stairs.
Vagor, are you going with them?
Well, depends where exactly we want to go. I don't really want to go into our lady's bedroom with him, but I'll
He's going to his tower, his part of the tower. Like, you know, he and his grandfather live on their own tower.
Yeah, I'll join them until outside the tower and then wait there.
Oh, one moment. I got that somewhere. This is for sorry, Rocket's asked a question, and I know the note is somewhere. Okay, so yeah, you don't want to really go to his bedroom, but you know that he's going to a tower.
Yeah, so I'll just wait at the base of the tower.
Okay. Ah, it was called Land's End. Okay, so Tumble and I'm assuming Berladin, you go get your own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Ali Eden, you head across the bridge. I'm assuming skipping or doing something as crazy as that.
Yep,
And you notice
the little skip.
parts of the railing on the side of the bridge are all twisted and torn, and the door, as you approach the door, is off its hinges, and flat on the floor. And all the stairs seem to be crumbled. Books are everywhere, paper, scrolls, all flung across the room.
Oh, that's strange. I swear I left one of the scrolls roughly on the floor over there.
Okay, and you head downstairs towards your bedroom, but you have to bypass the library to get there. And the library is where you last were, Ali Aiden, before you used the spell to teleport to the throne room to join the action.
Hmm.
And as
Oh, sorry, carry on.
no, you carry on.
And, who's with me at the moment? Is it Tantor and
It's
Tumble? And
It's just Tumble.
does anything seem amiss to you, Tantor?
You mean like half the buildings are destroyed, people are dead everywhere? Yeah.
No, that sounds about right. Yes.
And like you see that all of the shelves, and they're really tall here, the bookshelves all tumbled in and all kind of fallen all across the ground and fallen over as if like a domino effect has gone along this library.
You need me to help you find something?
Well, I don't know. All the bookshelves are all Tantored in. Maybe we should just investigate.
Yeah, what? Okay, sure. I do that over my shoulder. Like, what do you mean by Tantored?
I said they tumbled, so
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
so he's now said they've been tantled.
what kind of verb do you mean? Like, Tantored?
I was half.
You don't mean
like-
There's been some major issue here.
If you want to go on an investigative quest with me, you need to be up to your wits about you.
I'm looking.
Good.
God damn. Alright, what am I looking for
Okay,
again?
so Tumble, as you're looking around, thinking, what am I looking for again? You see a foot underneath one of the bookshelves.
Uh-oh.
Hanging slightly out. And as you look close, you see there's a full person being crushed underneath all of the falling bookshelves.
I guess this guy didn't like I don't know, insert witty pun here to do with books and libraries. Right, so could you come over here?
Oh, I didn't leave a pair of feet here earlier.
So, Ali Aiden, as you approach, and you kind of like Tumble helps push some of the books and stuff like that, it's really heavy. You see your grandfather.
Give me a moment.
Oh, certainly.
You see Valley and Spire bruised and battered, and there's a small pile of blood near his skull.
I'll lean down and have a look to see if there's anything I can discern as to what happened to him. Because last time I left him, obviously, he was fine.
Yeah, you can roll an investigation check, but it's not going to be high. It's a little bit obvious, but in Arlie Aiden terms, you know it can never be obvious.
Where am I? Investigation.
Yeah, sorry, you can probably hear the cat a little better as well.
Yeah,
That's probably-
that's fine. Okay, so Arlie Aiden, you think that with what happened to everyone but you, because of course you weren't affected by it, when the gravity switched and everyone was flung up in the air, you look up and see that it's about 100 foot tall in here to the ceiling, and then of course all the bookshelves tumbled down on top of him afterwards.
He would have tumbled to quite a terminal velocity. I'm not sure anyone could have survived that fall.
I'm sorry.
Well, yes. Unfortunately, we were otherwise indisposed.
Is there anything, any mementos you'd like to take from him to remember him by?
Give me his toenails.
Toenails? Can they be used in some sort of potion or something?
No, but they make quite good jewelry.
Jewelry?
Okay, so Tumble, you do.
Go back into other alien mode.
Yeah, with the 24, you do notice he has a wand.
Here we go.
On his belt.
This might be something. Here.
Honestly, everyone picks up the wands.
You should keep this. I'm sure he would have passed it down to you if he had known this fate would befall him.
He looks slightly mistrustful of it. Well, last time one of those was pointed at me, I didn't remember anything for a good minute.
I'm holding it by the end, so I'm offering you the handle side, like a pair of scissors.
Thanks, Tentor. And he takes it kind of hesitantly.
Okay, yeah, you take it, and you can write down your grandfather's wand.
Grandfather's wand next to shiny red boots.
Okay, so while you guys head straight back up to Arlie Aiden gets changed, you guys head back to Binkelwind to prepare for the teleportation. We head to Dolaf.
We'll deliver the body, obviously, to the clerics for a proper burial.
Yeah, we'll head over to Dolaf for now. Dolaf, you are given your own tent near the wart room, and I'm assuming you got good and royally plastered last night.
Probably, yes.
Okay, so we got something to do then. The moment you do actually manage to pass out, you begin to have this kind of hazy dream, and you hear a voice in your head, and for a moment you open your eyes, and standing in front of you in the darkness of the tent is a hazy, ethereal outline of someone. You kind of like try to stand, but your body's all heavy with alcohol. And he goes, "It's alright, man. You can lay down. It's fine. I'm not here to hurt you, man."
Do I recognize the voice?
No, not at all.
Which camp are you from?
Oh, the Mojo camp.
Do I recognize that?
No. You're kind of all groggy, and he goes, "Look, Dolaf, I got some stuff to tell you."
Then speak. I'm tired.
Well, obviously, I drugged you.
I don't know if I pay attention to that or not, but just
Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see me, yeah?
be quick. You're noisy.
Look, Tang is an angry man. Man, you do not understand. The man is consumed by hatred. And I knew what he was going to do. He poisoned the entire people.
Poison.
The place you were at is what I made. I made it for those people who die under his hand, okay, man?
Yes, hands.
You are gonna remember this in the morning. I know you will. Because I have put it there. Your wife, she is with me at the moment. She may be dead, but her soul can move on if you kill Tang. And look, Tang is my best friend. Bros for life, y'all. But the man is crazy.
Yes, kill Tang.
Well, obviously. I mean, if he killed my wife, I'd want to kill him too, man, you know? But look, you have to listen. She cannot be brought back unless you kill me.
Kill time.
No, me! Mojo! Oh crap, I think I put too much roofie in his drink, man.
Too much juju.
Look, don't laugh. When you get the arrow, man, do not let it fall into Tang's hand, as everything you know dies. You use that arrow, and you kill me with it. I'm the head. He can't miss me. Literally, you cannot. You kill me, man. You get her back. You hear that? Well, you get her spirit back.
Get her back.
And everyone
Kill
else's that I've kept prisoner. He thinks he's doing bad things, man. He thinks he's killing them all. But really, I trick him. I brew potion for entire army, so they can't be resurrected. They come to my plane. You hear? Yeah, cool. Got it. Now, man, you're gonna feel really bad in the morning. Your head's gonna hurt, man. I tell you. For that, I'm sorry, but not really sorry. And then you kind of the tent flaps in it, and you don't laugh. You just drift off into sleep. You wake up in the morning with the hangover of a century. Yeah. Oh. And the moment you're awake, Ethne opens the curtain tent. The tent curtain goes, "Morning."
Is it?
She leans down, pushes a jug towards you.
Which plane of hell are we on now?
Hucklow, I believe. Look, we're heading to your fortress today.
I'll grab the jug and slosh some of it back, hoping it might be hydrating.
It is. It's ice cold water, and then she goes, "Look, you also might want to have a bath."
Just kind of pours the jug over himself.
Yeah. Ha!
Hucklow. Right. Yes. To Fort Aaronspire. Today. Now, I assume.
Yes. And Dolaf, as you stare at her, you can't help but shake how similar she looks. And then she stands. She even has the same folded arm, the strong look. She just looks down at you and goes, "You are pathetic. All high elves and their pansy castles and fortresses. You've lost touch with nature." And she just leaves.
Sounds like her as well.
Oh,
I'll attempt to get some kind of semblance of
slow.
reality, and then
yeah. And
prepare.
Morash comes in with some food, places it down. He goes, "Yeah, you did drink quite hard last night. Eric loves you."
That is unfortunate. But thank you. Second time you've brought good news in 2 days, and I'll take the plate of food from him.
Yeah, it's wild turkey. And when you're finished...
That's a good bourbon.
You're not having a bourbon breakfast.
Yeah, the dog always works.
Okay, so you walk out into the morning sunshine, you see the camp is busy packing up. Behind you, servants, the moment you leave, they're like Age of Empires builders, they're immediately around it. taking your tent down.
Yeah, I gather my stuff and just try and mentally prepare myself.
Okay, yeah. You have a lot of visitors during the day, actually, as you're just standing there preparing. Let me get to them. Okay, so you hear the clip and the clop of Lord Kephalos Castor, the High Chieftain of the Centaur. He approaches, and now that he's not all kind of naked, he's dressed in chainmail, and he's got his spear and a sword and a huge shield strapped to his arm. He walks up and goes, "You do know how to drink, Dolaf. I hope you are not going to do that on the eve of battle."
No. I had some things to deal with. My senses are with me now. I'm ready.
Good. Come, friend. You will ride at the head, just like the rest of us.
I wouldn't have it any other way, Lord Castor.
He goes, and behind him, a horse rides up. And you see he's got full dominance of this beast. And he grabs hold of the reins, pulls it round to you.
so disappointed that he's riding a centaur.
No, that is disrespectful.
That'd be fucking hilarious. That's what that would have been.
Yeah,
I will attempt to mount said
yeah, it's
horse
difficult.
gracefully.
And he goes, but you manage to get on eventually, slide into the saddle. He goes, follow me, friend. And you are led up to the front where you see the tabaxi, the orc. There's 2 orcs. One of them's female and that you haven't met yet. She looks more half orc, bordering on the side of full blood, but more half. You can see the human features in her.
Yeah.
Reynard's at the front, and you see that, of course, Efne as well rides even further at the front with a contingent of guards. She has the Forbaldia blue flag with a green field at the front holding the standard as you guys begin heading eastward.
Yeah, I ride.
Yeah, it's slow going, and the procession is just probably travelling roughly 3 miles per hour. You reckon Fort Erenspire is probably a day away at this pace.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so the rest of the group, are you prepared? Is there anything else you would like to do?
I think obviously just buy rations and what we need,
They're-
but I'm always ready for the underdog.
Few and far between.
I am ready.
Binkelwin says, where are we going then?
Well, if Lord Erenspire is still at Fort Erenspire, then it should be a good bet to go there.
Alright. Everyone cluster.
Okay.
Can you not check where he is before we just drop in anywhere?
Sure. Do you want to give him one more little scry? Make sure he's still around.
Okay. And he brings out the little baseball-sized crystal ball. And he goes, he's heading towards Fort Erenspire.
There you go.
That is your best chance, because any other location I don't really know.
Told you. We're good. We're good.
Alright then, let's be on our way.
Do it up, wizard.
Right. And inside this little platform in the Erenspire Tower, he goes, cluster to me! 10 foot square!
Okay. Get close.
Yeah, he goes, closer!
Are we sure we trust someone with obviously diminished mental faculties?
Look who's talking.
Yes, we do, Adelaide, and I'll just grab him.
Okay, so
We
Well,
trusted
this-
you this far.
Oh, the
for
first
this
guy.
sake, I will let who wants to have the burden of rolling the D100?
I'll do it.
I've been rolling shit. so,
Good.
Wait, decide amongst yourself, because this could mean...
Fuck no,
I
not
didn't
me.
do it. He's the one with the fucky magic, so let him do the fucky thing.
Yeah, go on then, Ali, and roll a D100.
1D100.
Please roll 100. That would be hilarious. No, you actually rolled really well.
Yes.
Okay, so he goes, hold your breeches! Stuff's about to get wild! And it doesn't really, you just pop. And at the moment, you guys kind of like fly towards, it just looks like you're being flung through a tunnel of light. You know like that scene on Thor Ragnarok, where they're flying through the light tunnel, I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, yeah.
The Bifrost, you just...
Rainbow Bridge.
And then you just see Eric's in slow motion. Arlie Aiden looks like he's just floating. Binkwin's shades are flying off of his head. Everyone just looks like they're all in a mental position. And then it's BAM! And all of you guys kind of like fall to your knees. Binkwin kind of is on his arse the moment you guys land. And around you is a rather decrepit and depressing looking fortress.
Oh, that was like being pulled through a sundrake's ass.
Do we recognize this?
Oh yeah, you are in the main hall of a rather looted Fort Erenspire.
Oh.
Oh.
Home sweet home, am I right? Ew.
It looks a wee bit barren, but I'm no one to judge.
Yeah, even the table's been taken. There's no dinner table. Even the thrones have been pulled out and broken.
Whatever happened to Ileana?
You guys have no clue. I wondered when one of you would go, where's Ileana?
When's the last time we saw her?
It was on. Yeah.
We playing chess? I don't know.
It
Just
was,
so you guys know, it was part of
is
the
it
procession.
Capulet?
part of the procession or towards Bournley.
We took her with us, didn't we?
Yeah, you might have seen her on the boats.
She would have gone on all the way to Isil Capula, right?
She's not still there then.
Well,
We didn't actually look into it. She might be dead. She might have got killed by that spell. She might have been a granddad, Ollie Aiden.
can you still scry on someone?
Careful of your words.
Yeah.
Winkle.
Yeah. Could you find where Ileana is?
She's protected. It's protected.
It.
Not Jaxis, you blithering, slathering idiot. The other one.
The real Ileana.
I can try.
Yeah, have a little look around, would you? We got some time to kill before Dolaf arrives.
I'm gonna go and
Not exactly what we needed.
I'm gonna go looting. See you in a moment.
Okay, so Binkerwin turns to you guys and goes, "She's not on this plane."
Well, that's
I
just
give up.
fantastic.
Yeah, I give up with that one.
You could be slightly more specific what not on this plane means.
Well, I don't know where she is.
Ah,
Just don't think this spell works, right?
Well, yeah, that's it. It didn't work. She's not here.
Okay, that's fine.
the only reason that she could not be detected. Because you
It
said
would-
the other one is protected.
Well, yeah, Jax is. Garrett can't view him.
So how do you know that she's not similarly protected?
Well, normally it's a different sort of feeling, like
What kind of?
Like-
I am suspiciously.
when you try to pry on someone who's protected, it's like you see them and then you're like BAM! Punched in the forehead and you're blinded momentarily. But when someone's in a different plane, you just don't. Nothing happens.
Oh, I see. Acceptable.
Well, no. No. I need to talk to you all when Dolaf gets here, okay? We need to find
Yeah.
out a win.
Well, I would say take a seat, but
He does. He just sits on a rock.
there's no chairs, so whatever.
This is fine.
Good. I'm gonna go check out my room as well and see if there's anything left in it.
Nothing.
Oh, it's fucking trapped, by the way. Remember?
Yeah, you do see there's blood all around the floor and bits
Oh,
and
good.
pieces, but whatever men arrived here, Ungai's men, they absolutely decimated this place. Stole everything.
I'll go and tail Ollie Aiden.
Ollie Aiden's going to see if he can nick stuff from Mern's room.
Okay, so as you approach Mern's room, you see that there is some bent knives and warhammers on the floor, but obviously just from people who stayed here momentarily.
Okay, so he pockets a couple of the bent knives and then relieves himself of Mern's floor.
Oh,
God.
I'm not like being stealthy when I'm following you as well. I'm just like
No, yeah,
behind
like-
you as well. I'm just
Yeah,
like
you see him doing this, obviously.
You're okay with this, sister? Yes.
I can't really stop, can I?
No, you just wait until I defecate.
Aye, I might not stay around for that.
It's all right. I'm saving that for Tumble's room.
I'm literally in my room, so tries to do anything.
I can make a turd larger than he is.
And I'll know it's someone who's here who's done it because I can see the state of my room right now before it changes.
He doesn't care. Okay, so Vagel, what are you doing?
Well, while they're all having a funny about, I will just go outside and wait and see if I can spot anything coming that is an army this size.
Okay, so as you go outside and the front doors are the front fortress gates are only slightly open, you see they've been hacked at. But as you push the door slightly open to walk out, you turn to your right and a guy stands there. He's got a large round shield on his back, big burly beard, shoulders, thick, kind of fighter-looking character. He looks ill, and he stands there looking at you with an axe in hand, blood running down one side of his mouth, and he goes, "Who are you? How did you get in?"
And before I respond, do I recognize anything about him?
Yeah, he's obviously one of Sigmund's men.
Well, friend, I think you might have been here at a time when I was here as well. You're one of Sigmund's men, no?
Not anymore, I'm not. And I
Okay.
stumble slightly against the wall. Coughs up blood.
What happened?
Disease happened.
And this changed your loyalties somehow?
Oh, no. Some of us... Who are you? You can roll persuasion if you want him to tell you any more information. He's kind of like...
Yes, hold on.
You're going to try and intimidate him, aren't you?
No, I just want to let you know that it's hard to set up on the sheet, but I do get half my proficiency bonus added to this because of the fact that I have mana, so it's +1. It's
Okay.
14. And
Yeah,
I'll
so...
say to him, well, just having a chat. You're here outside the gates. I was inside the gates. It seems I should be asking you this question, really.
Yeah, and as he moves, you see behind him there's about 4 or 5 bodies piled up near the stables with flies buzzing around them. He kind of leans against the wall, slides down, and he goes, half of us defected the moment Unguy took charge. You know, tried to turn on him, but he had Sigmund in him. We could see it. Sigmund was a powerful fighter. Unguy, having consumed him, couldn't fight him. The rest of the men fell in line quickly. The rest of us that wanted to run did. Some of us hold up here, but we got ill.
Yes, I can see that. It looks like you might need some treatment. Here, come, and I'll reach out for his arm.
And as you do, you see that he has obviously got some sort of skin condition.
Yeah, okay. I'll try and not grab him by the skin.
Yeah, you go and buy like the chainmail bit.
Like under his armpit or
Yeah, and he goes, well, what are you going to do?
Let me lead you back inside and see what we can.
And he just kind of like limps towards the corridor.
Yeah, and then I'll shove the spear through him.
Yeah, the moment he steps forward, you go straight in his back. Can you roll a hit?
Yeah, I can.
You gain advantage because he is poisoned. Nice. So yeah, it's enough. You go straight into his spine and crush him down to the ground. The rest of you in the fortress do actually hear a loud scream as Vagor pierces him down to the ground, twists the spear.
Better run out.
It does take you guys a full 20 seconds or so to get downstairs to realise, Vagor, would you have pulled the spear out and just kind of acted nonchalant, or...?
No.
No.
I'll just make any qualms about killing one of our enemies.
Yep. So you guys see this dead man in the corridor, freshly bleeding out. In fact, his arm and hands are still twitching slightly.
What the hell? Why do you just...
Yes,
You just-
I agree. What the hell
What?
indeed? Seemed to be someone guarding against intruders. He wasn't very fit state. But I thought it best to take him out anyway.
Is there any more of them?
It was one of the men belonging to the army of Anguy and Sigmund formerly.
Where you just go around murdering people these days.
Our enemies, yes.
Speaking of which,
This is
what happened to your eagle you usually have on you?
Oh, she's been scouting about.
Oh, I haven't seen her in quite some time as well.
Yes, well, you have problems remembering things usually earlier, so I wasn't
Very, very true. You can't quite trust me in these matters, can we?
indeed.
So, Berladin, as you are making your way around the castle, following Arlianen and just generally taking in, this does look like a rather run-down, decrepit castle.
I'm going to give the sister a little tour.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so this is the room where we sometimes ate and was also corrupted by void magic. This was the room where I played house. This is the room where the shiny stuff was kept. And this is the room where the people would either get better or die.
Okay. Just pretty quiet, but taking everything in. Just
I'd
fully
show you
absorbing
my
all the
room.
information.
I'd show you my room, but honestly, the bloodstains were a little embarrassing.
That's fine, Alvain. Your privacy is your own.
Ah, good. You still unnerve me quite somewhat. That concludes the tour.
That's fantastic. I'm going to talk to Tumble now. I'll see you in a wee while.
Yes, I'll see you in a bit.
Have a good time.
attack me. Mumbles under his breath as she leaves. Like, what the fuck?
Oh god.
Okay, so we're gonna switch back to Dolaf, and as the army rides onwards, you pass Loki Rest and the mountains to the north, through kind of like a sparse woodland that you do actually remember travelling through after you had defeated the dragon at the Forge of Fury. All taking all of these sites that you travelled with Otkatla, of course, as kind of way down on your soul. And you do remember the dream from the night previous. You gotta kill me, man! Yeah? You gotta take me out with the golden bow and arrow! And as you're approaching Fort Ehrenspire...
Having this recollection and
Yeah.
remembering the dream and stuff and the golden bow and arrow, do I recognise that as the one my father had?
Oh, obviously, yeah. You're able to put two and two together. That you're,
Yeah.
and you realise it's very important, and there's a reason why your father probably teleported away with it to get it out of Tang's hands.
Yeah. Okay. I'll keep that in my mind and just ride on.
And eventually, Tumble, Berladin, Vagor, and Arliaden, you do hear the sound of what can only be described as an army moving. And as you look out the windows, the arrow slits out the door, you see dust up in the sky. And you do see a very large army heading your way.
Just before this, I had met up with Tumble at some point. What would you seem like the stealthy, stabby type of what I've noticed from your battles. Would you prefer some vials of acid or some vials of poison? What do you reckon?
You carry poison and acid?
I carry many things at my disposal.
What kind of cleric did you say you were again?
Celebration, but you need means of ends, and I can celebrate in many different ways.
He's probably going to ask for lubrication,
I do have some form of. If you need any machinery that needs lubrication, I do carry oil as well, but
perhaps something to give him a little trunk boost.
What? No. I'll take the acids and poison. I can put them to good work, actually. Yeah.
Well, one or the other. Which one do you what would you like for today?
Today, let's go with poisons.
All right. So she break out her big, strange jug that she was carrying before. That seems to be covered in many different corks. Gives it a bit of a swirl, a bit of a shake. Uncogs the top right one, and then proceeds to pour you 2 vials of potion and recorks everything back up and hand you the 2 vials. So
all right.
Put 2 vials of potion, 2 vials of poison.
What kind of poison is this, GM?
Okay, so basically, applied, like if it's consumed, it'll automatically poison them for 1 hour.
There's an ingested type?
Yeah, but this can be applied to a blade.
Oh, injury type?
It'll only apply for 1 attack, and then they get a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Just so you know, the 2 vials, so you can write
They've got loads of kinds. They've got contact, ingested, injury.
Okay, this one can be ingested to automatically poison someone for an hour. They don't get a saving throw if it's ingested. But if you
do poison damage as well.
No.
Okay.
It literally just makes them ill. But this one will basically on an attack poison them. They get a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Is it torpor? I'm trying to find out what it is. No. Fire of poison, DC 16, poisons for 1 minute. Okay. Cool. Alright. It doesn't do any damage though.
No. It just...
I might be able to give you more than 2. I know I can do 2 vials of acid. That's how many vials of poison I can give you.
It's not one of the normal sample
Half an
poison.
ounce. Oh, I can't give you 2 vials of that at all. I give you a single, half vial of it then. So I think a vial can carry 4 ounces, and there's only half an ounce of this, so you got a tiny little bit in the bottom of the tube, but still quite potent.
Alright. So have I got just half a vial of this thing?
Yeah, it's not even that. It's just like a slither in the bottom of it, but
All right,
Yeah.
it's enough to do that.
yeah,
that
you don't-
one
yeah.
attack.
Yeah, which is good.
You still get
Gives you advantage on your attacks, Tumble. They're poisoned.
Poisoned is interesting condition. It's normally poisoned as they have a disadvantage on attack.
Yeah,
ability.
disadvantage.
Not
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Got it the other way around earlier. But okay, so continue on. Dolaf, you're approaching your fortress, and you see that the doors are open. There are corpses littering the field outside. Some of them are burnt. Some of them are left to rot in the sun.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna move myself a bit more towards the head of the procession.
Yes, the princess kind of halts the procession, tells everyone to camp as far away from these corpses as possible, and the army begins to head slightly northwest into the fields.
Okay. I will turn to the princess and say, I suspect it won't be much left there, but of course, you're welcome to stay here if we're camping.
I will camp with my army, but if you need guards, Dolaf, just in case the fortress has people in it, then I will send guards with you.
Well, guards perhaps not, but maybe if you have men spare willing to help burn the bodies. Seems there's quite a few of them here.
Of course. I'll get right on
Thank
it.
you.
And she clicks her fingers, and the men around her begin getting to it straight away. Eric walks up behind, riding his huge ass direwolf, and he gets off his belly, tucks it up under his belt, and goes, I'll tell you what, I'll come along with you, Dolaf. If there's a fight to be had in there, I'm ready.
Sure, of course, you're welcome as well, Eric.
Let's go. And he just, whoa, massive battle axe, holds it in one hand as he begins walking towards the fortress with you.
Yeah, head over to the fortress.
The rest of you, looking out of the windows, the arrow slits and the doors, see Dolaf approaching with a full-blooded, huge-ass, ogre-looking orc, who's got a battle axe in hand, and every footfall is like...
It doesn't look like he's hostage or captive.
Nope, that's the army. He mentioned he was going to try and assemble the wildlands. Now we have our own mobile hunting pack.
Seems like he's been particularly successful.
And while they're having this talk, I'll just head out onto the bridge to meet him.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so Dolaf, you see the familiar sights of your allies congregating by the fortress door and the gates, and as you approach, Eric goes, do I attack? Or are they friendly?
These are my people,
Oh, good, and he just puts
my
the axe
friends. Vegor, greetings.
Yeah.
Hello there, Dorothy. And you, finally someone my own side. It's nice to have someone like you around.
Ha! Someone who appreciates the girth. He pats his belly.
Call ourselves
I'll
every
also
time.
approach and give him like a friendly clap on the shoulder.
Yeah, he goes, I like this word.
Well, this is Vegor. Vegor, this is Eric. I believe he's chief of the Orcish tribe from the Wildlands.
Eric Dorbane. Pleasure to meet you, Vegor.
Good to meet you as well, Eric. If you allow me a moment.
Of course.
Well, there has been some troubles here. Some diseased soldiers left behind by either Sigmund or Anga. It wasn't quite clear who their loyalties lay with. I got all the information I could and killed him. He's over there with the rest of them.
Right. Is this a contagious disease? I've sent for people to burn the bodies. Medicine is not my
Yes, well,
forte.
didn't want to get too close to investigate. I tried to keep him at as much length as I could and get rid of him.
A good plan. I'll warn the others when they burn them to avoid contact. And then I will do such a thing. Assuming that people are coming over to deal with that.
Yeah, they are. You see they're walking through the field, going about their business as they do it.
Things might
Yes.
not look too bad from here, but I'm sorry to report there's little left except for the walls, even those in place. Well,
It was to be expected, but thank you for the warning. Is everyone else here? Sorry, I've been amiss.
That certainly depends on who you mean by everyone.
Well, you was with me, so I thought you might be close by, but the others,
No,
our
it's
group.
been quite a trek, actually. Thankfully, what's his name? Biggle Wiggle, the little wizard man.
Which, surprisingly, you haven't seen him in the last 3 or 4 hours.
I don't even know if I ever saw him.
Well, he transported us here in a way from Isla Capula, which is where most of us ended up eventually after.
Oh.
You did meet
He
him once,
remains there.
Dolaf.
I don't know if I did, because it was Tumble that went off and he found him in the cage.
Yeah, but it was after
he
all the
wasn't
commotion that you actually guys together managed to get him released. You would have known of him, but I don't know if you met him.
there. Yeah, no, I don't think we did, because Chris set him free while he was off doing his thing, and then he just bounced out, didn't he?
Yeah. Anyway, I'll introduce him nonetheless. Be like, right, this is Binkle. We'll just call him Binkle for short.
Yeah, he kind of like appears from the arcane sanctum upstairs. He'd been rummaging through shit. He's got his glasses on as he walks up. Don't know if you see this small gnome that with a shock of white hair looks like he's been in an explosion with these cool ass looking goggles.
Greetings, Binkle Wingle, I believe he was referred to.
Binkle win!
Yeah.
My apologies. Binklewin.
Yeah, I've got stuff to tell you, Dolaf!
Many people seem to. Perhaps we should convene inside with everyone.
Yeah, what about the war room?
That would be logical if there's anything left of it.
I've already checked. No, there's not.
Then anywhere will do. And I'll just walk into the fort.
Okay, and that is where we will take a 5-minute break.
Alas.
Just about ask what I'm busting for a whiz. Alright, be back in a minute.
Yeah, welcome back. So, Dolaf has just approached the fortress and been reunited with his friends and fellows. You head into the fortress, Binklewin leading the way as he waddles slightly along like a small exploded penguin, leading you into the fortress. And this'll do! And just sits down in the main antechamber where you guys used to eat and have guests.
Okay.
Who's coming into the fort with?
Everyone plus Binklewin and Eric.
Who's Eric the Orc?
Yeah, the full-blooded, massive, beer-bellied orc.
Okay, Arlene literally stares open-mouthed at him, like open-mouthed.
He goes, close your jaw, mate. You're gonna catch flies, and he just goes to shut your jaw.
He raises his hand to the point where he touched his skin, and then kind of snaps out of it and scrubs it really hard. Are you sick?
Nah, I got that cured.
Are you? I don't know. Are you seasick?
Seasick? Nah, mate. I got
Eric, if you don't mind, it's probably best not to take too much notice.
Oh, all right.
He's not quite.
Not right in the head.
Somewhat.
Neither am I. And as he turns, he points towards the skull, kind of the cranium mark he's got where he got an axe to the head.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's okay. It's more your complexion. I feel you are afflicted.
I'm an orc.
No, I'm a sorcerer, but I'm not quite sure how that, is relevant.
You're right. He's not right in the head. This one's hilarious.
Okay, that's good. As long as you don't take offense, many people do. Binklewin, you apparently had news for me.
Oh yeah, I've got to tell you all kinds of shit.
Then please proceed.
And then Binklewin looks up towards the window, puts his glasses ever tighter on. So, Dolaf, I have to talk to you about all that has gone on. And his voice changes to mimic your father's, actually. It seems to be a rather good talent he has to mimic other people's voices. Look, what happened was, your father, when they arrived and invaded Ranagland, made a deal with them so Larifia would be safe. That he would be their spy in Larifia. Not that he did spy for them. And eventually, he would give them the golden bow used to kill and exterminate most of the drow. It's known as the strut colour.
Do I know anything about this bow? Now I've heard its name and stuff.
You can roll history. And Tumble, however, can roll Arcana. Because I know he's proficient.
Alright.
I would say Arlie Aiden can, but he's just going to tell Porcupines anyway.
Well, history and Arcana is... Wow.
Double natural one.
History and Arcana is the same for me, so either or.
Whoa! Oh, fuck me, I knew this! Arlie Aiden, I'm going to whisper you something.
Yes.
Wow. Kill me now. Good time.
Here we go.
Okay. I think I remember something.
Do you
Yes.
really, Aiden?
Yes, I do. Let me put it in the form of a nursery rhyme. Little Jane went to the well to get her friend some water. She never looked towards the sky as Jaxis came toward her.
Shut up, Algaden.
Well,
Binklewin, please continue.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that this arrow, in conjunction with your father's bow that he found in the Drow Empire underneath Isil Capula, can be used to absolutely destroy your star, your son, our son.
oh, that was it.
Your father
Right.
teleported away, and his plan is to currently hide in the Underdark so Tang and his Void Riders, his Red Riders, won't find him. But I know that they will. We need to help your father. We need to find him, and we need to liberate the well. My peoples My people's artifact, the well! The well!
And you know where he is? Where we
I
can find
might.
him?
Kinda. Your father has, like, these doors. He opens them and goes into his own little magical world.
Yes.
We
I've
find the
seen
door,
him
we
do
find
that.
him!
Very well. Yes.
But he's being hunted by beholders! Tumble!
As he probably would.
Yep, I've been saying this for months now. We need to go kill some beholders.
No one cares about you, Tantor.
This isn't about me, this is about the world.
Oh, someone's political.
Yep.
Come now, Aladdin. You know he's your friend. Try not to jest him so.
No, sorry, sister. You clearly missed something. He's not my friend. He's my property.
Now.
What the fuck?
If we're going to get technical, Aladdin, I'll pull out the contract.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know what you mean.
Now leave him alone.
I know what you mean about these Errand Spires.
Yep.
Just knowing Luke after that. I won't go too much away with that. I hope you're well anyway, Lord Errand Spire.
As well as can be. Thank you.
Unfortunately, your brother doesn't seem to quite know how the charity of the church works, but I guess you could be one to convince them that he is required to pay for the magical ingredients that are required to bring him back to life.
I will do that. In future, no, just for your own knowledge, my brother is a drunken fucking idiot. So, give him wine, and he'll give you what you want.
Yeah, that's doable. That's doable. But he'll grow out of it one day.
Perhaps.
Maybe this war will make a man of him.
Well, he's a good fighter. A good man. Just stupid sometimes. But he knows war for sure.
Aye. Some takes it takes longer for others than some.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to go there. Well, you are.
It does seem everything leads that way, yes.
Tumble can show you. He's good. He knows his way around.
Come on!
Yeah, I know my way around the Underdark, but we also have a couple of maps can help us as well.
Wasn't there an entrance to the Underdark around here somewhere?
And no, that turned out to be some crazy fox
No,
dude.
he's right. There were a couple. The scouts found them.
No, they found that fox wizard.
Yeah, that was one of them. There was like 2 different entrances, I think, and another one. No, one of them was the Sunless Citadel.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was to the east of Sunless Citadel, which you've actually marked on the map.
Yep.
And the other one was Loki Rest, which you found out was in fact the fox wizard thing.
Yeah. It's the little purple mark just by Vineland. It's where I marked it on the map.
Okay, what's the
just to know that
closest
we can
one?
go into the Underdark from Sunset Hill, right?
Yeah, the Sunless Citadel, the first place that the guys ever went to. That's also got an entrance to the Underdark.
Yeah, where's that on the map?
It's you see just underneath Vineland, the destroyed tower.
Yeah.
It's that. You see, there's a crevasse that runs across that countryside.
You're talking about there's a purple mark.
Yeah, and then
One.
then one right here,
Just ping it. There you go.
That's
There
just
you go.
underneath Vineland.
Okay, alright. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
This one, yeah.
There's also
Alright.
one in Forge. Obviously, there's one in the Forge of Fury.
When we're here, so about 0 meter travel.
Yeah, there's no measurement. That is probably about 80 miles.
Shit.
Maybe
Right.
probably about double that actually. No, yeah, it's about 80.
Fuck my life. Alright. Okay, so we go to the Underdark, kill these beholders, which seem to be the sole cause and problem of everything. And then
Not
we can
quite,
win the
but
war.
Yes. Hopefully, yes.
Alright. Well, like I say, I've been ready to leave for days.
I need an hour or so to write a letter.
Fair enough.
By the way, all of you can get a long day's rest, like a long rest as well.
Do we have any more funds to dip into to get Sister here some diamonds for the spells they need?
Eric pipes out and goes, "You need some diamonds."
Uh-huh.
Would be suitable.
Well, I got a diamond.
How big?
Well, it's pretty big.
Let's see.
Oh, you mean the diamond? One moment.
Yeah.
And he reaches down his pants and brings out, like maybe 10 seconds later, brings out a ring. And it's got a diamond on the end.
Okay, I pull out my dual crafting tools and the little spyglass, inspect it.
The cock ring is probably worth about 1,000 gold pieces.
I drop it. Immediately realizing the piercing
Yeah.
and that it smells a little cheesy. And okay, yeah, that'll do. I put my gloves on and pick it up and hand it to Sister Belinda.
She just looks at you and just shakes her head. No, you can go and wash that if you may.
He goes, "Look, guys, I told you I'm not diseased anymore. It's fine."
Okay, well, thank you for offering your family jewels. They'll go to good use.
If you need a ruby, I got one right here. And he points to his left nipple.
I thought you were going to point to his arse. That's where I thought that would go.
Do we need a ruby?
Big old ruby butt plug.
Yeah, that's exactly for what we were going with it.
We don't need rubies, do we?
Whilst you discuss the
You can
jewels
keep that one.
required, I will retire for a moment.
Mhm.
And I'll leave and head up to what remains of the arcane sanctum / my study.
There's no books, no scrolls, but there is paper and shit scattered all over the floor.
Did What's her face come with us in the end? I
Yeah,
can't
she
remember.
did. The
Yeah.
Fae is currently residing in your bedroom.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I was just going to sit down and write a letter to Antonius.
Okay.
Arnie has
Which-
spoiled us with them new characters.
I can
Where's
write
my long
and
rest
or
point?
explain to you at some point later.
Okay.
But essentially, it will be attempting to convince him, seeing as it looks like I'm going to have to go elsewhere. I will give this letter to the princess to pass to Antonius.
Okay, so you do actually, after penning the letter, everyone who's moving around the castle does actually notice that the princess enters the fortress with 2 guards. And Tumble, Aliaden, and Vagor, you're all kind of glaring at her as you realise that she looks unmistakably familiar. And she walks through the main fortress, looks around. This place is a tip.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when it kind of gets raided by.
Oh, I haven't had the pleasure to meet you yet, Gnome. I'm
Well,
Princess Efne Tiltofanen. She begins to kneel to shake your hand.
A pleasure. It's Major Tumble Timbers at your service. Wait, have we met before?
No. Why would we have met? Have you been to
Because I-
Furbaldia?
No, but I recognize you from somewhere.
She kind of looks towards the guards, looks around and goes, I have never met you, Gnome. But Major Tumble Timbers.
Yep.
Is Major your first name?
No, but is Princess your first name?
I see. Sarcasm. Ah. Moves part of this table and it falls over. Clatters to the ground.
There shouldn't be a table over here.
It's like kind of like a half bit of table and she just kind of pushes it out of the way.
Why would they take half a table?
Because they broke it in half. Yeah, there was like half, the way it kind of leans down like that. Yeah, someone's been looks like someone's been smashed through the centre.
Why would they break?
then put through it.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Anyway, you fought in the Underdark before?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, never mind then. You'll probably be sent overland anyway.
Yeah. And you are, and she points towards Aliaden.
Oh, sorry, guys, it was me.
Yeah.
Hi, my lovely lady. The Keeper of Souls. The eviscerator of frogs.
You can
That's-
assume that he is on par with the village fool. Take as much notice.
And she could assume you're on par with the village shit.
Yes, very mature. Thank you for that.
No, you two. And Vagor, you know not to tease him, so
What the fuck?
no, you two. Just keep away from each other.
Are you both frost giants?
What was that again?
I'm
Sorry.
an elf.
Oh, sorry, you were just quite tall.
The princess looks around the room. Like,
I just give like the I don't fucking know either
yeah,
gesture.
because I'm 5'8".
And if I must say, quite ugly. And he just walks away.
Wow.
Oh.
In fact, she doesn't seem to be that upset about what he said. In fact, she seems to just respect him that he's actually just spoke up. She goes, fair
The
play.
fuck?
And
Going
it's
on today.
yeah, she introduces herself to you, Sister Belladin, and then goes, where is Dolaf?
He is momentarily retreated to his rooms. I'm sure he'll be back at some point.
Okay,
He
so
said about an hour or so.
fine, I
I
will
will
wait.
offer you some place to sit, but well, the only place you have to sit.
She
is your ass, I'm afraid.
she walks to the other side of the room, clicks her fingers, and one of the guards rushes and goes onto all fours, and she just sits on his back.
So
What
much
kind of
for
princess is that?
the loyalty, serving the people I.
Have you ever been to Worldland, sister?
I can't say that I have.
You do not dominate, you become the dominated. The way of beasts and man.
Dominie.
And
Well,
the other guard just stands right next to her, shield and sword in hand, stoic, unmoving.
I do agree with this. When times are toughest, it comes down to the strongest amongst us to assert our dominance.
Ah,
History is not always written by the victors, but we sure as hell shape the future in front of us.
I will see in the coming months how it treats us, at least anyway. Your right to rule,
so don't
as
have you.
as the gods have bespoke it.
You have finished penning your letter and stuff and handing it off. You're all currently back in the room. Eric has vanished back into his army outside.
Ah, Princess.
Dolaf?
I apparently, unfortunately, cannot accompany you to Bradford Castle. However, I will attempt to uphold what I said. Please give this to Antonius,
She grabs
and
it.
I'll pass the letter.
He holds it. Okay.
It should be enough to convince him.
Am I to know what's in this correspondence?
There's nothing to stop you reading it.
Excellent. She just undoes the seal.
Mhm.
She nods. Rolls it back up. Hands it to the guard beside her. Make sure it's sent ahead right now. And he just rushes off outside. She stands up so that the guy that she was sitting on can now be her guard.
I believe we intend to leave shortly, so make use of this place what you will, if necessary.
Yeah, there's a faint kind of whiff of rot and decay as the bodies that are outside the fortress have now been burnt and the smoke is wafting slightly in.
Mhm.
Yes, once it's cleansed, of course.
Naturally. And good luck in the coming war.
And you too, Dolaf, with whatever you are doing.
I mean, do you wish for an understanding?
Not particularly, no. And good luck to the rest of you.
Good luck to you, princess.
Especially you, and she puts her hand on Vagor's shoulder. She seems to have something in common with you. You are from the Wildland as well, and you understand how it is.
Yes, tough times ahead, but these are the times that are interesting for us, are they not? But don't have it any other way.
Good luck. Her and the guard leave.
Is there anything to salvage from this place? Like, literally anything?
Make an
I can-
investigation check.
Because if there's anything I can make traps out of... I'm looking for spikes, chains.
Yeah. Okay, so in total, you managed to put together one trap kit. Like, of bits that have been thrown about from your place, your bedroom, you managed to find enough to put together one kit to make one trap.
All right.
Can I look around on some of these bodies and stuff for potentially some studded leather?
Yeah, sure.
Can we say that this has been another day since I uncorked the jar of alchemy?
Yeah, okay.
Right, so I'll now proceed. And what I will do is I'll uncork it. And how much can I exactly do there? So, let's have a look. It's got to be fresh water. So it says in my spell here.
Have you got ceremony?
No, something even better.
Ah, the second time your god smiles on your party, you can use Channel V to feature transform 50 gallons of water into a magical ambrosia. Creatures that drink from the font must make a wisdom saving throw against your cleric spell save. You'll be charmed for 1 minute. Nice. Either way, the subject gains temporary hit points equal to your cleric level. I like it.
Alright, let's see how much water I can... I'm guessing there's a well that I can pull as much out as what I need anyway. Or if not, I can do at least 8 gallons of fresh water out of my alchemy jug anyway. So I'll get to doing as much of this as possible. And do it as a way of parting that we're all having a drink of this anyway. And it's blessed by me. I'm doing this to eat in front of everyone. I'm not trying to do it sneaky or anything. Obviously, it's just like a positive blessing or something upon this, upon it turning the water into party fuel.
Nice.
And,
it lasts for an hour,
ready.
so everyone has to drink it now, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and as you guys are finished, Dolaf enters the main war room wearing new armor. He looks more like a Nordling than a high elf.
Fuck.
He's taken off his breastplate with all the insignia and the royal family.
I've got my
standard,
circlet.
yeah, but now you can see that he's wearing, looks like a bit of a greasy pair of leathers and looks just like any other normal soldier.
Tasteful.
Sure.
Surely that's 8 temporary HP.
We didn't level up, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I thought you did, and I was like, I swear I was pissed by the end of the last session. I was like, I think I heard it, but I might just be making shit up in my head and like wishful thinking.
No, you
We're
level
at the
up.
start of today's session.
So you can do that as we're continuing on.
Right.
Winkelwin goes, I can't help you anymore. I'm out of spells. Well, especially spells that help you teleport.
We
What's
can
the
take
underdogs?
advantage from here.
Yeah, underdogs always shifted and stuff. I'll get you trapped.
It's fine. We can travel there. It's not too far.
Okay.
Well, I was going to ask was, can I also cut up that diamond into pieces for our sister?
Yeah, sure.
So I offer. Do you want me to cut this into like 2 pieces, like worth 300 each?
Of the cock ring was worth $1,000, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's worth $1,000.
How much is the diamond in it worth, though?
It's a diamond worth 1,000, but if you're using it for like the spell Revivify, it'll still use the whole thing.
Yeah, it only needs to be worth 200 then. So if you can split it into 5, that'd be ace. But I
I think
the ring itself would be.
You need it for 300 gold for Revivify, but I can split it into 3.
Yeah, that'll work then.
Okay. Did you want me to roll my gem cutters dual crafting kit?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You want 3 pieces, so 2 worth 300, 1 worth 400, yeah?
Do you have guidance by any chance? You can guide me while I do it. Hey, there we go. 26 plus D4.
Yeah, well, it works. Like,
Yeah. I'm a master of my craft. That's a
fucking hell.
There you go.
Somehow you've managed to get an extra diamond worth 300 gold pieces out of it, and you don't know how.
All right, there you go. I'm a
It's
fucking
like
mastercraft.
the classic, I don't know, whatever the cut is called, where it's got the 8-sided
the facets.
Yeah.
I think that 8-sided is. Oh no. Like, I think it's a
The
princess cut.
eight-sided, well, not pyramid, but you
No.
know what I mean, the eight-sided cone kind of shape.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it ends up
Somehow-
from 4 from just
Yeah,
that.
somehow
so-
Tumbles managed to keep one of the lesser parts just looking so professional, and you think somehow, Bernardin, you know, your patron, your god, Boulder has blessed
Smiles
it,
upon these.
because there's no way that could have happened.
You seem to have done a very good job here.
I was going in my head before you rolled the d4. If he rolls a 30, I'll let him have an extra one. Oh, man.
Well, you know, I did have my own jewel crafters back in the Underdark. You saw the place, although it doesn't look anything like it did when I was running the place. Maybe one day I'll get it up and running. You can see my work there.
You're a man of many talents.
Thank you. Good with my hands. Finally get to put that to good use. But here you go, four diamonds worth 300 each. And yeah, that should keep you going for a while.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Okay, so that's diamonds cut, traps made, and yeah, I think we're ready to go.
Ambrosia.
Ambrosia brewed, yeah.
So, fellows, let me know what you're doing as a group.
Well, I'm going to make my wisdom save, see if I'm charmed or not.
Nope. You get advantages as well, of course, for being an elf.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I get advantage as well, being a gnome. 11.
So you were charmed.
Says good shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think it passes away while we're drinking because it's 1 minute, right?
Mhm.
So, I don't know if you want to take advantage of this.
No, I'm not making. It's mainly for give dish out her temp HP to all along that, and I'll just get you lot used to drinking it. So you're just like, oh yeah, I feel better after drinking this.
It's like a slowly become accustomed to becoming charmed. every
Yeah. So you
morning.
just get used to drinking it, and then when I really want you to be charmed, I've got you in my clutches.
Brilliant.
I'll go up to Aaron Spires. Like, in terms of funds,
Which one?
you, the one that matters, the one with the money. In terms of funds, is there anything that any that could be thrown my way in particular? I know you've got a well-known armourer in your midst, a dwarf that was hailed not too far from me. I was trying to get my hand on some mastercraft armour for my next, something that I could move a bit more easier than what I can currently in this scale mail that I'm wearing.
Right.
So I was looking almost if a half plate was an option or something along that lines, but you must know that anything mastercraft is a lot more expensive in that realm. But if these funds could come my way, I'd be a lot more useful to the party.
Well, if we find Mern
What
at
about
some point, then I can certainly speak with him.
What about that adamant breastplate we had lying around?
The one I was just wearing,
Yeah.
you're more than welcome to use it if you wish.
Something a bit more flexible I'd need than that, I believe. But a breastplate, you see...
Breastplate doesn't give disadvantage on decks. It's really good.
Yeah, I was thinking that's just the next one up for scale mail, isn't it?
Plus, you can't be crit.
I don't
Yeah, it's
know.
adamantium.
I might sit down for now. Basically, I want the Mastercraft on because the Mastercraft rules, instead of max 2 decks, I can get +3, and I've just had an ability score improvement. So if we had the money for it now, I'd bump my decks up to 16. So then I could have like 21, 22 armor class. It'd be something fucking ridiculous. But
If we had Mern all the time,
I'll stick into Wiz for now. I might wait till like level 12 to do the dex improvement. I've already got 19 AC at the moment, even with fucking...
What are you wearing at the moment?
I've got scale mail, a +1 shield, and +2 dex.
Scale mail. Okay. Well, breastplate is better than that. Well, no, it's sort of the same, but you wouldn't have the disadvantage on the stealth, and you wouldn't be crit either.
Alright, yeah, I'd probably sit that on for now then
Okay.
at least anyway. So.
Note down you're wearing the adamantium breastplate.
I will hand it over to him and remove it from here.
Aye, well, that works quite well for now, but yeah, hopefully we can locate this Morn.
Man.
Mur? It's a strange name from our parts. It's not particularly common.
Well,
I didn't realise you hailed from the islands as well.
Aye. I think from the same city of what I've heard, but I've not heard much.
Well, you have something for now at the very least.
Aye, this'll do quite nicely for now.
I think that's gonna serve you better than just normal half plate, in my opinion.
Aye, most likely. So, brass plate.
All right. Think if we got everything set.
Mm-hmm.
Aliden, you got all your belongings together?
Most of it. I'm just looking for the rest of the frog spawn.
Okay, well, tell us when you got them, and then we'll go.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll find them somewhere along the way. Let's go.
Okay,
Cool.
so you guys are going by foot?
We haven't got any horses, have we?
No, Dolaf has one.
I would like to assume that we could requisition horses, but I'm gonna have to walk anyway, unless they have a centaur for me to ride.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Me a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big one.
I mean, if they have a draft horse. it's
Okay,
fine,
so
draft horse.
you can approach the princess about getting a horse.
I was going to bonus action dash anyway. Like, pretty sure I can.
all day.
You're meant to be able to do it for your constitution minutes before you get exhausted. One level of exhaustion.
So look, riding horse, speed, 60 foot. Yeah, I can outrun that.
For a minute.
Yeah, for your constitution modifier rounds, yeah.
in a short sprint, we can do that, but
Mhm.
not the long distance. All right, it's about, what did he say, about 80 miles?
Yep.
Shit, it's quite a while. Oh well, we're as close as we're ever going to be to an entrance to the Underdark, so...
What exactly is the Underdark?
It's like the underneath. Of the world.
Between the holes and...
Oh, yes, Vagor, I have to admit, I was more curious as to why we were traveling to Tantor's nether regions.
Yes, well, this is somewhere where apparently there are a few beholders that we need to slay. I'm not quite sure why Tantor's keeping them there, but we need to move anyway.
Okay.
So you
There are-
guys-
Bad monsters in service to Ileana. If we slay them, we have a chance of turning the tide in this war.
Oh,
Are we making a fast, normal, or slow pace as we go?
Fast. Why
A
not?
non-exhaustive pace.
Okay, so medium. Like Tumble's like, no, let's go fast.
Go.
Okay, so you say goodbye to Binklewin and the rest of the people that you've met.
Just Binklewin not want to come with? I mean, it's saving his hometown.
I'm gonna go home.
Yeah, home
I'll
is
meet
down.
you
After me. Yeah, how are you going to meet us there? You're not going to teleport down in there, are
I'm
you?
going to the well.
Yeah. The last time we went to the well, it was like overrun, but that was the Shadowfell, so... Hang on a minute. You're suicidal. If you go there, isn't there enemies there?
No, you don't understand. If Adowin has created a door there, I'm gonna be there for him. I'll contact you if he arrives.
Well, why don't we
Sounds
come
like
with
a
you?
good plan.
Huh? You can come with me if you want.
Well, if you're going straight there,
Then we'll end up fighting beholders.
that's what we plan to do.
I can't hide all of you.
Slow down. Look, you're going back to our village, right? In the Underdark.
Kinda.
We know there's a beholder there.
Yeah. What the beholder doesn't know is that I have a demi-plane in the basement.
Well, that's perfect. We just join you then and get straight to the point.
One.
How long until you can get this spell prepared?
Tomorrow.
What?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Yeah.
Look back at the others, shrug.
If I could see my father, that would be good.
He looks at the rest of you.
Perhaps not taking the spell. We know what happened last time when we went through the well. We ended up in 6 different places. And it took us about a week to regroup. Let's not go through that again.
My understanding was we was going to the well, not through it. he was going to use the same magics that brought you here to take us there.
And then we can just walk out.
Like I said, I have to be familiar, but I'm only familiar with the temple around the well.
Right, and this well is where we want to go. But we don't have to go through it.
No, we don't have to go through. No. Don't have to go through it.
Then I don't see any problem.
Okay. You want to wait?
Well, it's going to take just as long to get to an entrance to the Underdark than it is to go straight to the place where we need to be in the Underdark.
Sure.
Agreed.
Okay, well, this saves us a lot of effort. Might as well give these horses back.
You just have to wait for me. And
We're waiting.
yeah, he just finds his own little camping area and begins to sleep. We'll fast forward to the next day. So you all drinking from the channel divinity water again?
Yeah, I was going to also say I'm going to make my actual trap with the things I had.
Okay.
So with these tools. Let's see what I get. 16. Yeah, it's pretty low.
One moment. I'm going to quickly look.
Unless I have some more guidance. Keep getting to ask for it.
15? 15 would make you a level 1 trap. No, you 16. 16.
Yeah. It's not to find pieces of traps, it's like to make a trap.
Yeah.
And the DC is now equal to my whatever I roll.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get guidance on that as well? I probably would have asked around for it. Bump it up a bit.
Looks like Baladin's ignoring you.
Thank you. Cool.
I
Alright.
was muted. I was just saying, yeah, roll a d4.
Oh, sure. Alright, DC 18 then. Cool. Oh, sorry. 19, yeah. Cool.
Nice.
Alright. I made a trap. DC 19. It's going to be a spiked log trap.
Fucking mental. It's like Indiana Jones.
Well, imagine like level 1 spike log just like a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Out of the chains, the bits of scrap wood, and the spikes I found.
It's just one of those things that will just pop up like a baseball bat with a few spikes in it.
Oh, like standing on a rake.
Yeah. Spiked rake.
Oh god, that's actually quite dangerous.
That's like just one nail just hits you straight.
Oh. I just got potent spell casting. Motherfuckers are dead.
Okay, so next morning, Binkelwin wakes up nice and fresh. He's preparing his spells in his spell book, and then he walks over to Dolaf as you're waking up. Dolaf, can I have a Constitution saving throw?
You may.
You lucky fuck. You are now
Suck
immune
it.
to the disease.
Suck it.
Yeah, I know. Well played.
I'm not gonna lie, I did have the elixir of health in my pocket as well.
Yeah, you were just waiting, just in case.
Yep.
Fair play. You know, wake up like, oh, I feel diseased.
Wait, what? Is it the vampirism?
Nope. The
No, that's a whole other separate
Fuck
issue.
it.
he's wearing disease-studded leather.
How's his vampirism today, though?
That's fine.
Vampirism would be protecting him from this disease.
Nope. The
not that
vampirism's
far
been pretty
advanced.
abated lately. Right, so Binkelwin says, gather round.
I gather.
Gathered.
Guys,
I'm there holding all Aiden's
Consider me
hand.
gathered.
Holding
this.
all Aiden's
I'm
hand.
gonna try and mess with the sister because he's really fucking with Aiden's head. I'm just gonna lean over, smile cynically, and I say, if I get my hands on that bow and arrow, I'm gonna pop the nearest star like a grape.
Shit.
Just
Oh.
she's like holding his hand, and then with the other hand, she's just stroking it like, no.
What the fuck?
Tumble, I have to tell you something. No offense, Binkelwin. I really appreciate the fact, Tumble, that even though you're small, your voice is not as high pitched as his, because that really hurts my ear.
Yeah, well, it's Binkle is the high-pitched one.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. And there's that rushing feeling as you're sucked into this portal, and you go. there's all that rushing sound, and then you hear Bunkelwin say, "Oh no!" And he kind of hits the side of the light force barrier, and you see it shatter like glass, and he goes flying off into the void. And then you guys go hit the side of one. There's a rush of pain as you all kind of
From his voice.
as he kind of like, and there's a roaring of fire and explosion in the back of your minds as you guys then splash and you hit something wet. And as you guys all kind of like try to take an intake, you're like, oh shit, we're underwater.
Oh god. I've released some air so I can see which direction the bubble's going.
They go, oh yeah, that's fair enough. And they go straight upwards.
Cool, I swim that way.
Okay, so the rest of you can have all athletics checks, please.
Oh no. You sure I can't get out of this acrobatically?
No, sir.
Oh, that's not bad. Could have been worse.
Wow.
We drown.
Okay,
Three of us
so
drown.
Vega is the first one to just push off of the bottom of this, whatever. It's dark for Vega. Vega, you can't see shit. And as you push up off of the floor, you just reach air within about 3 seconds. And as you quickly get to the top, Sister Bernadine comes up literally seconds after you, just splashing about, unable to keep afloat because of her heavy armor. And you go, wait, and the Air Spires and Tumble, you kind of like just flailing around. Although you can see in black and white, you can't tell which way is up or down. And water begins to fill your lungs as you panic.
That's why I released bubbles.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're just unable to swim in that direction.
Well, that's probably the problem, is because I released air, I'm drowning. But
Release too much air.
it's a clever idea, but yeah, now I'm actually drowning. Now, hold up. Let me just read.
Light, please. I'm asking this basically to do two things. A, to cast light on something I'm holding, like on my tunic or something.
Mm-hmm.
And B, to give me guidance.
Oh, so you want light and guidance? You can get guidance.
Light's not concentration, it's only on one item at a time.
Is it cantrip or a normal spell?
It's a
Light's
cantrip.
not cantrip.
Oh,
I don't know if you
I
have
know what I'll do instead. I'll pop some of them out.
That's concentration though.
No, it's not for me.
Ah, well, if it's not for you, then that's fine.
Uh-huh.
So then, just ask you to fan out the light orbs in the water so I can see, and I'll dive back down.
Okay, those of you,
Guidance.
you swim back down.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so I'll swim back down with some guidance.
Yeah, who are you grabbing first?
I think probably Tumble because he's the lightest.
Yeah,
He's
okay,
the
see.
easiest to get back up.
Tumble, you feel a lurch, like, dunk.
Can I lift myself?
Yep, you're like, ah! You can just hear, like, kind of like, and as you are pushed up, you take a deep breath. However,
When I reach the surface of the water, I'll grab a hold of the surface and push myself up and doing a handstand.
okay.
Standing up on top of my my gauntlets of water walking.
Oh, you keep making acrobatics check. That's fine.
bad.
Immediately when you hit the water, you just do a handstand. You're like, immediately handstand your way across. That's perfect. I'm glad you found a use for them. Okay, so you realise that as you look down, Dolaf, can you make another athletics check? That Dolaf is being washed away with the slight gentle tide, and he's quite far away now, like maybe 20, 25 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, you managed to catch up, but as you catch up to him, Arlie Aiden, can you make an athletics check?
I can indeed.
Let's see. Yes. Okay, and eventually you manage to rise to the surface as all of this has happened. I've got a map for you guys, by the way.
Bloody hell.
Yes. It begin.
Can you guys see?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's visual.
Let's do this.
Okay, so you should all have your proper visual, as well as Vagel with his light. So Vagel, you swim, you grab hold of Dolaf, and just at that moment he's managed to push himself up as well, and you lift him up, making sure he can't grab his air. And Dolaf, you're like, get some air, and you realise you're in ice cold water, and above you, you just see stalagmites.
I don't think the light is on.
Really?
It's not on me, no, it's just spread out. Oh,
No,
I
it's
mean,
like the light's on. I don't think it's on properly or set correctly.
okay, for me it is, but
It's fine for me.
When I press Control L on your character, you can see.
Yeah, I mean, I can see, but I can see everything.
It's because there's a shitload of dancing lights around, that's why.
let's just roll 20 problem, just reload the page.
Is there no shadows whatsoever?
No.
Or...
You have ridiculous vision, by the way, Dolaf. So
Yeah,
you should
I have
be able to-
120 foot of dark vision.
Oh, if I can see his vision, then that would make sense.
You've
But-
got what's the Elvish sight? 60, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I've given you
So
100.
to be fair, yeah, like I could, yeah.
I gave you 120.
You've
Oh.
given me 30 now.
Have I?
You've given me 55 as well. I can't actually see the 60th square away.
Okie dokie. I will sort this.
Yeah,
Man,
it's
there's
only
a
a tumble, you should be
shitload
able
of
to see
dancing
it.
lights
Fucking-
everywhere.
I
Okay.
think
Somebody
you've
can
given me
see miles.
45 now.
Really? Because on your thing, I can see like up to like ridiculous.
45 should be correct anyway. It's normally like 45 of dim light.
There we go, that's it.
8. Yeah, there's 12 dancing lights dotted around as well, so it's fucking it's lit up like a Christmas market anyway.
Half
Okay.
your cloak level.
Plus my
Oh, wisdom as well. Yeah.
yeah, 4 plus my
Okay,
wares.
so you realise you're in some sort of cavern tumble, and you don't
Well,
recognise.
I recognize. I don't
Well,
recognize.
actually, you can roll history.
Okay. Oops. 17.
Okay, so you look around, look up at some of the walls, look at the formation just to the south of you, and you go like, you think in your head, "Oh no, this is the part that you were never meant to be in. Never.
No.
It's just the ruins of one moment, Yarhenfle.
Uh-oh.
And as he says, oh, I just dive under again with a big sigh to go and try and find out the agent.
Okay, so as you do, you see Ali Aiden is tumbling around in the northern part of the cave.
Okay, so I'll swim over there and I'll try and grab him and ask for some guidance again in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
So 20 plus D4. I don't know if you want me to roll D4.
Yeah, and as you swim that way, Vego, you realise that Ali Aiden is already out, flopped onto the shore, and is like,
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Why is it like Christmas?
What?
Hey, that's my lights. Just appreciate them.
Dolaf. As you're
Yes.
standing on this like kind of steeped pillar that leads and joins with the ceiling, you look around you, and your black and white vision is seeing strips of shadow stretching across the floor, moving slightly, and then suddenly behind you, as you turn around, you see this humanoid figure appear out of the shadows. Can everyone roll initiative?
Oh, initiative.
Oh, let me click on my character. You bag of shit.
And just all around the room, all of you begin to notice, those of you who can see, these creatures rising up from around the pillar.
Stigar Hemp plays.
Gesundheit.
Look out, it's a 4-attack harpy.
Vortex shadows would not be nice.
No.
We got a whole army of these fucks.
Okay.
And a spectre thrown in for good measure.
Okay, so Tumble, you've heard about this as you see the shadows right up. You've heard that the Hanfley were these race of dark humanoids that had been perished through some sort of like gas explosion down in the ruins. You know that their civilization was wiped out thousands of years ago, but you just were told never to be here.
Okay.
So
Dolaf's
yeah,
reacting.
Dolaf.
I will first of all face step
Yep.
back there.
Mhm.
Then move back a bit further. and shoot this big ugly looking motherfucker here.
He's got full cover because of the pillar. Technically, he's lower than that hill bit there, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Can you see the decline of it? Like,
I can see
He's
the
down.
decline, but
Mhm.
full cover's a bit much. No, I mean he's obviously got some height to him. He's not the same height as the rock that he's not like a foot high, is he?
Let's just say like these are about 10 foot above, 5 foot below.
Okay. I will just shoot this guy at the front by Vagor then.
The left or the right one?
Left.
Left. Nice. Instantly hits through the side of his head as he's turning to face Vagor, and he just obliterates into a massive shadow, sinks to the ground.
Then I will shoot the one to the left of him.
That one hits the stone behind, and the arrow just shatters against it.
Before it does said thing, I will try and shoot the one behind.
Oh, the bouncing arrow bullshit. Ding! Yeah, okay. Just manages to ricochet.
It's not a bouncing arrow. This is magic. This is.
Yeah, okay, so it shoots off. Like, I'm Mary
like
Poppins,
Wanda,
yo.
And then it hits the wall.
Yeah, and then it just shatters off and then lands into the water.
what
Is
the hell? You're normally a better shot than that.
Anything else on your turn, Dola?
No.
Sister Belladin, you are up. It will take you 10 foot of movement to get out of the water currently.
I'll probably do that 10 feet of movement then to get onto this little bit of rock here. And then let's read the style description of Fairy. Oh, I can go fit the range of a 20-foot cube, so let's be casting some of that goodness.
Oh,
Whereabouts?
very nice.
Try to get as many of them as possible.
I like that.
Like this?
Yeah.
That's only. Is that 20 foot? 20 foot to the air, isn't it?
So that's 24.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
First one. It would roll. Oh, passes. Fails.
What's your DC?
What is your DC?
It says 15.
So fail, pass, fail.
Just gone up.
There you go. I believe that was the ones that you got afflicted.
Fantastic, and I think that's me.
So as the cube appears...
Actually, no, I'm going to use the rest of my movement to jump forward as well. So I use 10 to get there.
Yeah,
Go on,
most of you do see that half of them are coloured like pinkish and purple. And are lit up.
15. Can I go into double sweat? Yeah, we're both small, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, these small, so I can go into a sweat. So that was 10, 15.
Dwarves are normally
20.
medium.
Yeah, you're small though.
Yeah, I'm small.
Are you going to stay in the same...
No, keep going. So what? Wait a minute, I'm struggling count. 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh yeah, there I am. Yeah,
Okay,
that'll
cool.
me do.
Nice. So end of your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the shadow on the back soars towards Tumble, moves straight past Sister Belendin and goes to attack her, Tumble. What's your AC, sir?
Higher than 7.
Yeah, higher than 7, so it reaches out to swipe through you. You just duck beneath its necrotic fingers as they go to rake at your flesh.
Oh man, I was hoping I'd never have to deal with these things. But you leave me no choice.
One moment.
I've got my short sword and dagger.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely that fails. Yep, your turn.
Swing.
Oh!
Shit.
know what that means. Oh dear.
Is this one you're poison on as well?
No, I haven't applied poison yet.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, the moment you swipe through it just melts into the floor.
Oh shit, he's dead already? Wow. Alright then. I'm gonna throw a dagger at this one then. Can I use that as an offhand attack? Yes, it's technically it's still an offhand.
I will,
It's just-
as long as you made the attack action, I will allow you to then throw a dagger with your bonus.
Yeah. It's like an offhand effectively, but
Yeah.
as a throw, because daggers are thrown weapons. Actually I can move up, so I just get a little bit more in range. Actually, hold on. 5, 10. This is gonna be super acrobatic.
Yeah, roll acrobatics for this shit.
Fuck it, I want to do it. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Acrobatics. 26.
Oh, no.
Alright.
Handstanding
fucking-
along.
I'll do a one-handed handstand, and with the other hand, throw it at the one that Vagor is.
Okay,
in
roll,
front
roll to hit.
of. Yep.
With
It
acrobatics
is-
like that, I'm not giving you disadvantage. Yeah, that
Hey.
definitely hits.
Sweet. And on this one, I'll do some sneak attack damage. Yeah, I'll give him the sneaky. So it's a magic dagger, and it does 2 piercing, 3 radiant, and 15 from the sneak attack.
Hits the thing in the chest, flies behind it, and then ting against the far wall, and this thing just goes and melts into the ground.
All right. Yes. See if you can top that, Vagor.
Okay, Vagor, it's your go.
This is not a competition, Tumble. Merely a means of survival.
But if it was, I'd be winning.
Totally.
Look over here.
Yep.
I'll point my spear at this thing and say, You will die. And I'll cast Hex on it.
Okay.
Sorry, it's always doing that for the.
Yep.
You know what Hex. And I am targeting Wisdom.
Wisdom, fair enough. Wow, you know you needed you hit exactly its hit points. No,
Yeah, and
actually you
of course-
didn't. I'm afraid. Thought you did.
Is it affected by necrotic damage?
Yeah, I do believe it is. No, it's not actually. Thank you. Yeah, as you stab through it, you manage to pierce through its flesh and rip out some of the shadow that slinks to the ground, turns to an inky black liquid. But the thing itself is unaffected by your hex. Seems.
Well, then
Well, the
I'll
damage part.
stab it again.
Okay, yeah, so the second one strikes into it and you manage to just basically turn this shadow into an ethereal mess as you strike down to its heart.
And then I'll move downhill towards there.
Okay. Harley Aiden, my friend. Hello? Todd?
Sorry, I was talking. I was just muted.
Yeah, I thought so.
That's so annoying on my phone. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it, isn't it? That's what I get.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can see this one here.
You can indeed.
I don't think it's difficult terrain up on the top. It was
No.
only in the water.
Yeah, it was only in the water. He did move 6, I think.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You were literally standing right behind me. That's 1, 2, 3.
1, 2.
Oh yeah, of course it's diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You've only used 15 feet of movement now. You've got another 15 feet. You've got another 3 spaces you can move.
2. I think it's because I did it stupidly.
Mhm.
So not that way. I don't want to go that way. I want to go that way. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. I can spot. I can't see him, can I? The Night King.
The Night King! No, you can't see.
I can see this one, can't I?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to do a variety of things. Firstly, I'm going to send him back from whence he came. And
God. Fucking God.
I'm also going to bend his luck as well, so he gets minus 1d4 to his save as
Okay,
well.
Yeah. Okay,
Bloody
so,
hell. Poor Shadow.
yeah, like, poor thing. What's the saving for again? I can't. Oh, charisma.
Wisdom, I think.
Charisma.
They tie in like one hit and you're like banishing it.
Yep, so he
Oh,
just disappears.
Look at this -1 to its charisma. Poor guy.
Just gives up, flies the white flag. So
Sorry.
yeah, you just be
Sorry, I'm
gone,
not playing.
and immediately it just goes, "Ah!" and you send it back to the Shadowfell.
Why are you pussies pulling punches? Let's go.
Is there anything else from Yarliaden? It got -1d4. It would probably get like
The negative.
it got 0.
Basically, just close my eyes with its ugliness and its uncharacteristic speech.
Yep.
I am not going to do anything else. No,
Nice. Okay, that's the end
I'm
of your
good.
turn. This shadow, seeing what you did, soars over towards you, Yarliaden, and goes for an attack. Its hands creep out towards you. Oh my god, these are pathetic, aren't they? But anyway, and you just you manage to dodge out the way as its hand rakes across the wall behind you.
Ew.
The other one you banished is banished. That other shadow. Wait a minute, see if it can make it. Just about. Moves towards Tumble while his hand's standing and goes to attack him. It gets a 12.
Miss.
Yep. And then the Spectre, however, will move towards... Ooh, let's see if it can actually make it. It can, just about. Moves
Oh,
towards...
it's got to go past me though, hasn't it?
No.
I mean, rude and unjustified.
It's going past me or Tumble, isn't it? It's going past one or the other.
Yeah, it'll go past Tumble.
Oh, you little bitch.
I'll take a swing at it with my one-handed shield sword.
Go ahead.
13.
Yeah, I'm afraid...
I'm just like bouncing up on the water upside down and just like stab, throw,
Yeah.
stab.
So, the 13 definitely hits, and...
Oh, hell yeah. Awesome. It takes
Get to
8.
Sneak attack again as well.
I don't think I can.
No, you've already
Yeah,
sneaked.
no,
Once
it's
per turn, isn't it?
it's once per turn, not per round.
Yeah.
He's already
His
used it.
turn. No, it's not his turn anymore. It's the Shadow's turn. He can sneak attack again on his. This is how sneak attack works. Trust me.
He's already used it on his turn.
Yes, and it's not his turn anymore, and he can use it once per turn. So now it's someone else's turn, so you can use it now as well.
I did not know that.
That's definitely.
For real? I didn't know that either. I thought you could only.
That's
All of our
that's
animated
rogues.
Arnie gets with the rules it takes.
Shit, son, I had no idea.
It's
You
one of the
could
things
sneak
that
attack.
rogues are balanced around. So.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Can I do that? Yeah.
sure.
All right. I'll give him testicle tenderizer then as he goes past. 12.
Wow.
Okay. As it slides through his ethereal body, you see that this creature, looking slightly different than the others with a crown, is more tough. And as you slice through it, you only cut slightly bits of its shadow away. And then it just basically just doesn't attack Dolef, just tries to basically possess him, just tries to fly into him.
Perhaps I should have saved my higher spell for him.
Can you make a constitution saving throw, please?
Classic
Well,
Arlene.
you shouldn't pull punches.
Also true.
Okay, so you take 6 necrotic damage. It's going to use a secondary attack on you, sir.
Rude.
15?
Is a miss.
Yeah, so that after that's finished, you manage to dodge out of the way of that one. Dolaf.
I will move slightly round a bit. And hopefully draw a straight line through some of these guys and not hit Tumble. Yeah, about there. That'll do. And use that. Well, it's good damage. Good damage.
Okay, so piercing arrow, half damage. DC 16. Okay, so the first one and the second one got a natural 20. The first one passes, so half damage.
It's half of the. No, actually, it's not. Hold on, why has this not got my lightning damage? I should have another D4 on it.
Nice.
Okay, and
So it's half of 15 then. Or
No, it's half of the first set. It doesn't half the thing.
So,
And then I'll just take a disadvantage shot at the one in front of me.
okay.
Nice.
Which is a hit.
Ooh! Oh, never mind. You fucking nailed it anyway. Next time you're about to do something at disadvantage, give me some forewarning.
Yep, no.
Okay.
And even the disadvantage arrow managed to pierce the heart of this king. And as he goes, his crown, tink, 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 falls to the ground in front of you.
Okay.
And you
that
hear in the back of your head,
is-
Whammy! Can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Whammy.
My best save. Oh, he's
Fuck,
done
you
all
actually
right.
got exactly what you needed. You just shrug the whispers, cursed fucking crown, whatever.
And I end my turn.
Cool. Sister, it's your turn.
Oh, he's already made it in. That's disappointing. I want to go help him with that. Right. Let's cast some magics. So let's have a little bit of Sacred Flame and oh, did that roll?
On whom?
I'm going to cast it on the one Tumble is tangling with. Why is it not rolling? Oh, I'll have to refresh. It's not roll. It's not letting me click it. Un momento.
Okay, well I guess a dex saving throw equals
Yeah, it's a deck save anyway. It's 15 save.
it just
Oh.
saved.
Oh,
And so as you cast Sacred Flame, the thing hisses at it. Is there anything else?
Yes, as a bonus action, I believe I can cast. Load, you bastard!
I don't know that spell. What does it do?
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Hey, sis, get over here. Give me a hand.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, just come over here. Just distract him for a moment.
Just to get in the water.
The lighting's not working now. Someone move me over there so I'm helping Tumble, and then I
Get over
can.
there.
Ah, there we are. I can see it now.
That square should be okay.
It loaded. So he wants me to come and jump in the water with him. Jump in.
That's
I
5,
can,
and then the
I can
next.
stay here,
Yeah,
can't I?
you could do. Yeah, that's on the shot.
Yeah, I'll stay there for him, and then I can cast Healing Word, I believe, can't I? Oh, could if I have it fucking remembered. Nah, never mind. That's me done.
Hey,
Alright.
hey, Dolaf, did you write down that you took 6 necrotic damage?
Yeah, we had temporary HP, right?
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
I didn't, because I writ it on my sheet in that handy box called temporary HP.
Yeah,
Is there anything else on your
jotted my
turn, Baladin?
No, that was me done.
Okay, then Tumble is the start of your round.
All right. Again, I got my dagger in my mouth. Placed my hand on the water, one-handed handstand. I'll strike at this guy with my short sword.
Okay. Oh,
shit! That's one. I'll throw that away.
No, my friend. As you go to strike out, you go, "Blah!" and your head momentarily dips underwater, and you flail underneath the water.
Shit! All right. Pull out another dagger with my fast hands
This
and
is at
strike him.
This is at disadvantage, but it doesn't matter because you're
Okay,
underwater.
cool. All right, and that'll do probably nothing. That's actually an offhand, so it only does 2. Sorry, no, my dex is no, it's just 2. But I'll add the sneak attack on that now.
Okay, so
now that he's
2.
next to me. Yeah, I'll fucking flail out the water, try to stab him. I can't quite get a good hold on him, but I'll try and grab a hold of his head and eye gouge him for 15.
That is exactly what you needed, sir. You just managed to jump up and you just flail at him, and he just bursts into this inky black liquid.
Yeah. I'll make my way ashore.
Yep.
Yeah. Get up out of the water.
Is there anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, so Vagel.
Yep, I'll move the hex here to this one,
Okay.
and I'll attack.
16, 12, nice. Okay, so you stab forward. The first blow just seems ineffective. Second blow. It's not dead, but you see that parts of it's failing and it's becoming like a flickering wraith.
More than 25 HP. Oh, bastard.
You cheeky fuck.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah, is it a magical weapon? It is, isn't it? Sorry.
I mean, you tell me, it's going to be a magic.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, on the last blow, you managed to stab through its chest. Sorry, because it was piercing. Seeing piercing, I just halved it. As you stab it to the ground, it just dissipates. Arlie Aiden, for the purposes of this, are you going to keep the banish up for the full minute?
I am, yes.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. Everyone's dead now, isn't they?
Yeah.
I'll let people gather around because I'm still in combat technically.
Mhm.
Gather. One arrive soon.
What happens if he keeps it for a whole minute
It banishes it to the Shadowfell.
permanently?
Oh, in that case, I won't bother.
Yeah,
in
you
that
just-
case, if I'm out of combat, oh, what a pretty hat!
You know, these guys, the Halflay, they were way more dangerous than the Snufneflim tales that was told in my gnomish village.
Tantal's got a cold.
As I see Ollie Aiden heading for the pretty hat, I'm going to kick it into the water.
Okay, it goes lands in the water, and the rest of you do kind of hear the "Come get me." Can you all make wisdom saving throws?
That's twice you've stopped me getting the crown.
Nice.
Oh my god, can we have inspiration from
Yeah,
that?
definitely take it. Take the
Amazing.
inspiration.
Well played.
That's so good.
So,
Nice.
Ollie Aiden, wisdom saving throw, and you can have your inspiration. Why'd you roll a dagger?
What the fuck?
So it slashes
Oh, that's
it.
better. Okay, so I'm about to whisper
Go
some
on.
stuff.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I like swimming. I've
Mhm.
seen this before, so it's fun.
Oh, man. Let me see. I'll pick up my dagger, pick up my sword.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah. Just our luck to get dropped right in the middle of these guys, but I expect no less when taking portals from mad wizards.
Very true. More importantly, do you know where we are?
Yeah, where we're not supposed to be. This is the Henflay. I can try and find our way back. We're basically in the ruins of these guys. They used to be humans once.
Well, I suppose everything is over to you in terms of directions now, so lead the way.
I point over behind you and say, well, that way looks like it leads deeper into the ruins, and the other way looks like a more natural kind of cavern. If you want, we can have a look while we're here. Not many people come raiding these places, so...
as you're talking, Vagor just dives straight into the water behind you, making no effort to hide. He just goes, "Fuck this!" Just there's a massive splash.
I'll go
Quick.
in straight after him.
Yeah, I think we dive and try and restrain the frost giant.
So okay, you can make an athletics check, Dola, if you wish.
Well,
I'm not trying to restrain him. I'm trying to get
I
past
think
him.
I'm more. Oh my god! I was gonna say I think I'm trying to assist the Linden, but now I'm apparently just going for
Should I
fucking.
cast the guidance on myself before I jump?
Yeah,
then?
you can. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that'll do that.
Nice. Roll
It doesn't
D4.
actually roll it for me then, does it?
You could put the D4 in the spell description.
In that,
all
yeah,
the
that's
square
probably a good
brackets.
shout.
Mhm.
I think she's fumbling so much it takes such a long
Okay, so
time.
Dolaf, you managed to jump in and grab hold of Vagor as he just kind of like nearly elbows you in the nose as you guys are flailing around in the water. But just as you guys are fighting in the water, Sister Paladin, like a goddamn otter, just straight down to the bottom of
An
the
otter.
Yeah, bottom, grabs hold of the crown, and then as she swims up to the surface, puts it on her head. And that's when you see her eyes turn inky black, and we will end today's session there.
Oh,
Oh,
fantastic.
man.
What the fuck?